reason we didn't make them. So we are constantly trying to get our best playmakers the ball, and Trayvon is certainly in that conversation. But, when you have an opportunity to make a play, you have to make it. And I think that's what we have to focus on, finishing the play when the opportunity presents itself, and we'll give Trayvon some opportunity today.
We're talking with Thomas Hammock, the head coach of the Huskies here on the NIU pregame show. And let's talk about today's game with NC State. This is a team that has struggled a little bit in recent weeks against some really good competition. But in all 4 games they've played this year, they've fallen behind in the first half. How important do you think it is for you to get off to a strong start today?
Yeah, I think we have to get off to a great start, depending on who goes out there first, whether it's offense or defense, and put some pressure on them and make them feel uncomfortable. And then we have to play for 4 quarters. There's going to be a 4-quarter game today. And obviously in the fourth quarter, we got to make a play to go win the game.
Their starting quarterback's been out the last few weeks. They've had the freshman in there. Obviously, it changes the game planning a little bit for you compared to what you may have been expecting at the start of this season. What have you seen from him, and how does that change what you were looking at a couple of weeks ago?
Well, obviously, the quarterback they play now, a little inexperienced. So we have to be able to try to confuse him with disguises. Throws a great ball, has some athletic ability to run the ball as well. So we have to make it change the looks, change the fronts, change the blitzes, change the stunts, and make him uncomfortable in the pocket to give ourselves a chance.
You talked about the NC State defense a little bit. What kind of game plan have you put together to try to combat that?
Well, I think for us, we got to change formations, shift in motions, make them feel uncomfortable. We can't just be in a static formation because if they can get their cleats in the ground, they can create some problems for you offensively. So the more we can change the picture and change the box, the better we'll have a chance to be successful.
Huskies head coach Thomas Hammock, thank you as always for the time. Good luck out there today.
Thank you, and go Huskies.
We're going to take a look at the team scouting reports as we get set for today's kickoff just moments away. NIU versus NC State. This is the Husky Sports Network, presented by the Cosentino Law Firm from Van Wagner.
In a world of long wait times, lowered expectations, and increased frustration, the Cosentino Law Firm, LLC, remains a fully staffed, full-service law firm serving individuals and small businesses in Northern Illinois. We are committed to the traditional values of service and respect for our clients. We have over 60 years of experience and focus on real estate, civil, criminal, family law, estate planning, probate, DCFS defense, and personal injury matters. We have 3 locations, and we actually answer the phone. Call 815-758-4441 or online at CosentinoLaw.net.
Right now at Old National, we've got this incredible checking offer.
Hey.
Hi.
What?
He's here for the checking.
I love checking.
Okay. You know what? For a bonus that big, fine. Bring on the chicken.
Oh, it's not that type of checking. You just download the app.
Yeah, no, I'm just stretching. Where do I sign?
Earn up to a $450 bonus when you open a checking account at Old National, official bank of the Big Ten.
Dear football fans, Toyota's roster of all-star vehicles are ready for kickoff. Drive the field in style with a Camry or Corolla. Upgrade your ground game with the versatile RAV4. Or there's Grand Highlander and Tundra, our full-size Defenders. And here's an extra point. All these vehicles come with available all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. Visit Toyota.com or head to your local Toyota dealership. Toyota, let's go places.
Country Financial makes insurance easy. Whether you're shopping for home, auto, or more, their representatives will take the time to understand your specific needs and explain what options work best for you. Worry less and feel more confident knowing you're covered. Visit countryfinancial.com to get started today. Experience more with Country Financial. Auto and home insurance policies issued by Country Mutual Insurance Company, Country Preferred Insurance Company, and Country Casualty Insurance Company, Bloomington, Illinois.
Being game day ready means bringing the diehard passion. All in, all the time. And now you can show your Husky pride everywhere you go with the NIU Visa Debit Card. Free with FMBO free checking. Gear up, game on, and give it up for your NIU Huskies every time you pay. The NIU Visa Debit Card, only at FMBO. Proud bank partner of NIU Athletics. Bring it. Get yours today at fmbo.com/Huskies. Member FDIC.
people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like, to check that your seats aren't in the visitor section first before buying tickets.
I'm so excited for this game. I can't believe you got us tickets.
Me too. Wait, are we on the wrong side?
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
This is going to be a long game.
You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
The flagship station for NIU Husky football is 94.9 WDKB.
Ready for NIU with NC State. Andy Garcia alongside Mark Lindo here in the booth. Terry Bonadonna down the sidelines, and Amy Michaels, our producer director, back in the network studios. Getting ready, MAC versus ACC. NC State band is on the field. Had a Wolfpack in cursive. The band now with NC State on the field. Some great pregame festivities. As we get ready, Mark, to break down this Wolfpack team, we got to first talk about head coach Dave Doeren. Now in his 12th season here with the Wolfpack, but Husky fans know he was with us, head coach 2011, 2012, 2 seasons, 2 MAC titles, and this will be the 4th time that NIU has faced a former head coach of theirs, Dave Doeren. Again, MAC championships 2 times with him, Orange Bowl appearance. It would have been nice to see him coach in that game. Rod Carey had the opportunity, but tell me what the 2024 Wolfpack look like.
I certainly will. Let's take a look at Dave's Doeren Wolfpack. Andy, they were a preseason top 25 team, but they had a couple losses to Tennessee and Clemson. No harm there. They've given up almost 38 points a game, but don't let that fool you. This is a quality bowl contending ACC opponent. Offensively, they're well balanced. They'll go about 50-50 rush pass. Quarterback Grayson McCall, that's a familiar name, who led Coastal Carolina to a Cure Bowl victory over the Huskies in Orlando, was injured 2 weeks ago. So highly ranked 5-star recruit C.J. Bailey is now directing their offense. Now check this out. This guy checks in at 6'6", 210 pounds. He's thrown 1 touchdown in a game and a half. He's been picked 2 times in 45 pass attempts. So Huskies going to try to confuse him, Nick Benedetto, with a plethora of looks up front. But he is another dual threat quarterback. Huskies front must hold contain on him today. Now the Wolfpack go-to guy, a name you're going to be calling quite a few times, is KC Concepcion. They look to get him 8 to 10 targets in the pass game, and they'll run him on jet sweeps and screens 3 to 4 times as well. He's the reigning ACC Freshman of the Year. If they don't go to him in the passing game, they'll just go their fine tight end, Justin Jolie, who transferred in from UConn and has made an immediate impact. He has 14 catches for 16 yards. Husky safeties will be challenged by him. Now, the running back committee is a trifecta. Jordan Waters, Kendrick Raphael, and Hollywood Smothers are all threats. Waters at 225 pounds. Andy, he'll go straight downhill into the teeth of the Husky front 4. So we'll see how they match up there. Raphael ran it for 90 yards against Clemson last week. And Smothers, transferred from Oklahoma, averages 5.2 yards per carry, had his first touchdown of his career last week. So he's a good one as well. Now, something we'll talk about throughout the ballgame. Defensively, the Wolfpack employ a 3-3-5 scheme. And this is the first time all year the NIU will face an odd man front for an extended amount of time. Linebacker Sean Brown, he's a big-time hitter, along with Caden Foreman, who both have 27 tackles. They're the leaders of the Pack's 3 linebacker scheme. Huskies got to get ahead on their big nose guard, Noah Cleveland. He goes 6'4", 315. He'll be right on the face of Logan Zernis throughout this ballgame. Huskies got to get blocks at the second level. It should be a good one. You'll be able to tell early on both sides of the line of scrimmage if NIU is going to be able to dominate like they did against Notre Dame, or if Buffalo scheme will help North Carolina State prepare today.
I mentioned this is the 4th head coach. There was a former head coach that NIU is facing. Jerry Pettibone, who spent 6 seasons here with NIU. Joe Novak took him on at Oregon State. Back in 1993, Bill Mallory, NIU in Indiana. And all the way back, 1907. NIU dropped a 16-0 decision to a head coach, John Elkeith. You broadcast that game. How did it go?
I did the Coach Mallory game, and I did the Coach Pettibone game, but no, not back in 1960.
I'm joking. Quick, some keys that you think of in this game.
All right, NIU has to rush for 200, and they have to hold NC State under 150. That's a 50-yard advantage. They'd have to have an explosive play for a touchdown. They need a 60, 70-yard touchdown today and must win the field position battle with the kicking game. I expect the punt game and coverage to be very important flipping the field today.
This has been the Husky Football Pregame Show presented by Brian Bemis Toyota of DeKalb. We'll come back. Coin toss and the kick between NIU and NC State in Raleigh. You're listening to NIU Football on the Constantino Law Firm Husky Sports Network from Van Wagner.
You've been listening to the Toyota Pregame Show on the Husky Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by the Costantino Law Firm, Country Financial, FNBO, Northwestern Medicine, and Brian Bemis Toyota of DeKalb. The countdown to kickoff is complete. And now it's time for NIU football on 94.9 WDKB.
Northwestern Medicine isn't just life-changing for our patients. It can be life-changing for you. Because a career with Northwestern Medicine means you're part of a leading academic health system that offers more paths and opportunities for professional growth and development. Named to the National Honor Roll once again by U.S. News and World Report, Northwestern Medicine is relentless in the pursuit of better medicine. And our people make it possible. Become part of something better. Apply today at jobs.nm.org.
And explain what options work best for you. Worry less and feel more confident knowing you're covered. Visit countryfinancial.com to get started today. Experience more with Country Financial. Auto and home insurance policies issued by Country Mutual Insurance Company, Country Preferred Insurance Company, and Country Casualty Insurance Company, Bloomington, Illinois.
It's game time on the Husky Sports Network from Van Wagner. Exclusive coverage of NIU football is presented by the Costantino Law Firm. Bringing you the play-by-play of today's game, here's the voice of the Huskies, Andy Garcia.
Welcome back to Carter Finley Stadium. Here in Raleigh, North Carolina, we get ready for NIU and NC State. Andy Garcia alongside Mark Lindo in the booth. Down on the sidelines, Terry Bonadonna, Amy Michaels back in our network studios. The Huskies have come out on the far side, going left to right to their bench, which is on the far side of the field for us. NC State coming out of their tunnel. A big crowd, a lot of red in the stands right now, Mark Lindo.
Pretty confusing, all the red. Haven't been able to depict the Husky crowd yet. We will find them, but a sea of red, 58,000, 16 consecutive sellouts, and this should be a war of attrition today. And once again, you have the factor of heat, not as much humidity as yesterday, but both teams watch the hydration, watch the cramping up, and the conditioning will be so important in the fourth quarter today.
Mostly sunny skies, just a couple white clouds in the air. But again, Hurricane Helene is out of the area. And again, we hope everybody's safe and strong. Everybody's safe with that big downpours here in Raleigh last week. But really, to be honest, Mark, Raleigh was really, they got a lot of rain, and we talked about with Terry on the sidelines. The water was a lot on the field, but they were able to clean it off, and it could have been a lot worse here in Raleigh.
Yes, there was some flooding in some certain areas in North Carolina. We were able to miss that, and we have a great day for football and a great field to play on today as a Husky and Wolfpack captains start to meet at midfield.
Skylar Gill Howard, J.J. Lippy, Damon Taylor, Christian Furman, and Bus out there for NIU.
Gentlemen, welcome to today's game. Northern Illinois, you're the visitors, so you're going to call the coin toss. We've got a heads and a tails. We're going to let it hit the ground. What's your call? Heads is the call. It is tails. NC State, you've won the toss.
Defer to the second half.
NC State has won the toss and elected to defer to the second half. So you'd like the football. Which way do you want to kick?
Kick to the scoreboard.
You're going to kick to the scoreboard. All right, guys, want to turn our backs? Northern Illinois will receive at this end zone. Good luck, gentlemen.
Huskies will be kicking left to right. That was the voice of referee Justin Elliott. So NIU lost the toss, and the Huskies get first ball. And then again, like to see what this offense can do for the Huskies early in this ball game before we have kickoff here. Mark, some thoughts?
Well, I think what's going to happen early on is Wesley Vachon, our offensive coordinator, they've obviously been working on the blocking scheme against the three-man front all week long. But that being said, I think they'll come up with some early passing and some safe passing, some confidence-rising passing for Ethan Hampton to get in a pretty good groove. And the Huskies playing today without Dane Partridge, so they're going to need some challenge, some depth in the receiving department. We know McElroy had a good ball game last week. Demopoulos has done a really good job as a true freshman. So, 13 different Huskies have caught a pass. We'll see how they spread the ball around today.
Out to kick it off for NC State. They'll kick it right to left.
Northern Illinois, number 28 is now wearing 94. 28 is 94 for Northern Illinois.
That would be Neve Sanders, who's coming off a really nice game for NIU. 3 sacks. As Colin Smith will kick it off for NC State. Back deep for NIU. Jalen Poe and Gavin Williams. Great crowd, great atmosphere. Huskies and Wolfpack, MAC, and ACC. Kicking off this week 5 of college football.
Here's for the opening kickoff, the voice of the Huskies, my play-by-play partner. Here's Andy Garcia for MAC ACC football.
Let's have a good one, Husky fans, wherever you're listening. Smith with his right foot kicks it high and overhand and goes deep in the end zone, goes out of bounds. It will be Husky ball at their own 25. We'll see how much a factor this crowd is. The Huskies practice this week with loud noise, loudspeakers, and I haven't seen that type of, you have that kicking tee. Was that a dog getting the
They had a dog go out to the kicking tee and bring it back in. Usually it's a student manager or have you. They have the dog do it.
I can't even have you do that. They got a dog do it, but we'll get ready here. Huskies come out. Again, Ethan Hampton in the pistol. 2 receivers to the far side. It's Barnes and Demopoulos. The near side, it's Rudolph. Ethan in the gun. Brown behind him. On 1st and 10, handoff Brown to the left and nothing there. He was smothered right away. Tried to go left, nothing there. As a couple Wolfpack were there to take him down, and it's those stud linebackers, Caden Foreman, Sean Brown in there. It's a loss of 4. Brings up 2nd and long for NIU.
And that was the bugaboo last week, and something I know the offensive coaching staff and Thomas Hammock addressed. Ontario Brown had about 4 or 5 different times TFLs. They get behind the sticks early and often last week and behind the sticks here.
It's 2nd and 14 for NIU at their own 21 going left right. Ball set at the far left hash. Hampton play action. Has time looking to throw. Screen the Brown near side. 20, 25, 30, and he's taken down just past the 30. They're going to give him the 32. Tackle made by Devon Betty. It's a gain of 11, so it's going to be 3rd and short for NIU. This first drive of the game.
Much more manageable situation. They went ahead and flooded the zones with their different patterns, and Brown just out in the flat, an area that the Husky coaching staff thinks they need to win is the edges and the flats here against this 3-3-5 defense. We'll see if NC State brings their corners up in press coverage.
Thompson and McElroy, the receivers to the top. Rudolph on the near side. Gavin Williams to the left hip of Hampton in the gun on 3rd and 3. Huskies at their own 32. Hampton with the snap. Throws middle, caught. Brown spun, has enough for the first down, took a large, big hit. The hit coming from Aiden White, enough for a first down, and we'll see if AB's okay, but the drive continues for NIU. And Trayvon Rudolph, Trayvon Rudolph.
Little crossing pattern. The Huskies convert on 3rd down, where they've been brilliant all year long, 48%. And Trayvon Rudolph out of the slot, just a little crossing pattern, knew right there the sticks are at, and a big 3rd down pickup for NIU to take the crowd out of for just a bit as they get 5 on 3rd and 3.
Ball now at the Wolfpack 37. Huskies going left to right. 1st and 10 for NIU. Hampton play action. Rolls to his right. Still on the run. Tries to get out of a tackle and does not. The pressure coming from Caden Forden. As Hampton had time, he rolled out, couldn't find anything, tried to make something happen, spun out. He lost 2 back at the Husky 35, so we'll bring up 2nd and 12 for NIU.
Yeah, Fordham off an 8-tackle game last week. He was a backup last year, had 400 steps, but he is indeed their leading tackler right now, along with Brown. Those 2 linebackers, you got to get a hat on them at the next level if you're going to get an explosive play.
Poe and Williams, the receiver, the running backs, with Hampton in the gun on 2nd and 12. The Huskies on 35. Hampton gives off to Williams, tries to move to his left, nothing there. The pressure again from the defensive line of NC State. It's another loss for NIU, back to their own 30, and it's 3rd and long for NIU as we have 12 minutes to go here in the first quarter.
Well, they're bringing in their pass defense right now. Situational substitutions. Huskies 3rd and mega long. And you have to be very, very safe here. Sometimes, Andy Garcia, a punt is a good thing. You know, you don't want to put this ball up in harm's way from a turnover standpoint. So any kind of field position you get here on 3rd down, then you put the ball in the hands of your punt team.
Rudolph, McElroy, the receivers to the near side now. Barnes in motion to the near. On 3rd and 17 for the Huskies at their own 30. Hampton has time, looking to throw, goes deep, near side, and it's almost intercepted right between the numbers on the near side. Almost intercepted. It should have been picked off. It was intended for Grayson Barnes, but DK Kaufman was there. It was in his hands, incomplete. Huskies will punt.
Yeah, that ball was, I'm reiterating, right in DK Kaufman's hands. I had just got done saying sometimes a punt's a good thing. Huskies avoided some disaster because that would have been a pick and some yardage. The pick would have come at about the 50, and then he had room to roam.
Foley sets up at his own 16. Concepcion, the punt returner for NC State. Punt bounces at the 36 of NC State. Huskies touch it there. So that's where the Wolfpack will have their first offensive drive, and we'll have immediate timeout. It's a punt of 34 yards. So the Huskies can't do anything on their first drive until NC State does when we come back from the timeout here in Raleigh. 11:17 to go. First quarter, no score. NIU, NC State. You're listening to NIU football on the Constantino Law Firm Husky Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Being game day ready means bringing the diehard passion. All in, all the time. And now you can show your Husky pride everywhere you go with the NIU Visa Debit Card. Free with FMBO free checking. Gear up, game on, and give it up for your NIU Huskies every time you pay. The NIU Visa Debit Card, only at FMBO. Proud bank partner of NIU Athletics. Bring it. Get yours today at fmbo.com/Huskies. Member FDIC.
The Husky Athletic Fund is proud to support Husky football and NIU's 400 student athletes across all 17 sport programs. Husky Athletic Fund donors make a positive impact on the success of NIU student athletes in competition, in the classroom, and in the community. Join athleticfund.com. Go Huskies!
Husky pride and sounding good in your ride. 94.9 WDKB.
Just know they can save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. You're in good hands with Allstate. Also, the Husky Sports Network is presented by the Constantino Law Firm, official law firm of NIU Athletics. Back here, Carter Finley Stadium, Raleigh, North Carolina. Andy Garcia alongside Mark Lindo here in the booth. Terry Bonadonna on the sidelines. We have 11:17 to go first quarter. NC State will have their first offensive drive going right to left. And as you mentioned, that first drive, NC State brought the pressure, and they're going to put the ball in the hands of Ethan Hampton. They're not letting the Husky run game going at all.
Yeah, they're going to make Hampton beat you with the pass. And Hampton, that time, all 3 of his passes were on 3rd and long situations. So not an enviable situation. Wesley Bashawner might have to take a shot or two early on the downs, but now you turn it over your defense, which arguably was a top 25 team last year, this year even better. And Nick Benedetto told us during the course of the week that some keys for them, obviously stop the run, but tackling in space. And then he said, we really got to man up against Concepcion, meaning keep Casey Concepcion from making a big play. Now, Bailey, their fine freshman quarterback, they do have some design runs for him, some power runs. But the biggest thing is when he is under duress, you got to actually keep him in the pocket, not let him get outside where he is dangerous with his legs at 6'6".
C.J. Bailey again made his first start last week versus Clemson. He brings the Wolfpack out. A receiver to the far side, 2 to the near. Waters, the running back. Little jet sweep, Concepcion to the far side, trying to get to the edge. Cannot. Great tackle in the backfield by Santana Banner. He makes a huge play, a loss on first down for NC State.
Santana Banner, a rising star, and you think he might have been headhunting right there on KC Concepcion. We told you they'd do some pitches to him. They did it on the very first play, some jets, and they will target him. They'll try to bubble him. They want him to get the ball 12 to 15 times the football game. He is their Trayvon Rudolph, if you will, the way they utilize him.
Banner, the redshirt freshman from Flint, Michigan, came out of the way of Georgia. It's second down and 13 for NC State. Handoff to Waters, trying to move to his right.
just gains a couple yards. May have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Waters with his first carry of the day on the bottom of that pile for NIU. Roy Williams will bring up 3rd and 10 for the Wolfpack with 10:20 to go, first quarter, no score.
Well, the Wolfpack, a 40% third down conversion team. But how about NIU's defense? Number 6 in the entire country, allowing just 22% on third down. And against Buffalo last week, the Bulls were only 2 out of 15 on third down, yet went on the road.
Rogers and Concepcion. Also, Jolie, the receiver sitting on the near side on 3rd and 10. Bailey gets a shotgun snap, looking to throw, middle of the field, caught. Jolie at the 45. He's short of the first down by a yard. He's taken down by Nate Valcarcel, but it's 4th and 1 for NC State at their own 45. And now decision time for Dave Doran.
Analytics time tells you would go for this, but he's sending the punt unit out of the field, much to the dismay of the Wolfpack 58,000.
Another 3 and out for that NIU defense. They're 6th in the nation. Getting off the field. Third down efficiency, 22%.
They had 8 3 and outs last week. 8 3 and outs. That is outstanding defensive football. Huskies with a new punt returner right now. Dane Partridge not in uniform today.
And it's a fake. They go right up the middle and they gain it. They fake it on the punt and they gain it by a yard. Tricky Dave Doran, but it works. First down, NC State.
And what that does is it moves the sticks, but even more so, it's a big pick-me-up for the offense. And the defense thinks they got a 3 and out, which they did. But now they're back on the field and have to do it 3 more times again. That went to the short up back on the a punt blocker. He just bulldozed his way for 3 yards. He only needed 1.
So it's 1st and 10 for NC State going right to left. Ball between the hash marks at their own 47. Jolie in motion to the far side. Bailey, shotgun snap, rolls to his right. Now he's just going to run. Cuts it inside, and he's taken down. And a fumble! Wolfpack recover back on their side of the 50. Bailey fumbled it. NC State got it back. It's a gain of 3 on the play for NC State.
Well, Bailey is just a huge recruit for them, a 4 or 5-star recruit, depending on who you listen to. He's only 18 years old. This guy threw for over 9,000 yards in high school, and he is one chiseled athlete. How much can NIU disguise, blitz, no blitz, what have you, to try to confuse the young quarterback? They're coming to blitz here.
And another throw, near side caught on the slant, right in the middle of the field, down to the 36 of the Huskies. Catch made by Noah Rogers, a transfer from Ohio State. 1st and 10 for the Wolfpack going right to left, down to the Husky 36. No score with 7.5 to play, first quarter.
Yeah, Noah Rogers was one time the number 1 ranked player in the state of North Carolina, so he is home. Huskies blitz Santana Banner from the field side on that particular play, but getting rid of that ball in exponential speed was Bailey.
Jolie, Rogers, and Concepcion. The receivers to the near side. Play action. Bailey rolls to his right, throws on the run. Caught. Far side Rogers to the 20. Tiptoeing the line. 10, 5, dives to the pylon. They're going to say he's short. He's just short of the end zone at the 2. Noah Rogers, a gain of 34 on the reception, and it's 1st and goal for NC State.
And the Wolfpack, he had 2 to choose from. He had another man open in the flat out of the backfield, but he stayed with the play and got the ball out on the boundary at about the 10-yard or 15-yard line to Noah Rogers, who tried to elongate that ball in the end zone, but nothing going. And go back to that 1 fake punt, and then 2, how about the fumble by Bailey, and they were able to keep the drive alive, now knocking to the 2-yard line.
Bunch set for NC State. Bailey will go under center. Waters, the running back, on 1st and goal. Now it's a wildcat to Waters. He'll go right up the middle. He stood up. And now a flag really late comes in. Quinn Erweiler, Santana Banner. Also Christian Furman on that tackle. Let's see what the flag is. A wildcat to Waters. Tried to go right up the gut. Stood up at the 1.
Yeah, really good job. You have to hit him low so that he cannot drive you back. Husky did just that.
Personal foul. Illegal block below the waist. Defense, number 9. Penalty is half the distance to the goal. Automatic first down.
Nate Valcarcel called for that one. 1st and goal. And they will mark this. The official's still waiting to put the ball down. Tough call close to the goal line when you get a
illegal block like that.
Yeah, Mark Hensley in on that stop as well. Freshman getting some quality playing time. They're really high on him at the 3 technique. One of the defensive tackles. They got 4 shots here from 1 yard out.
Out at the 1. Wolfpack going right to left, looking for our first score. Bailey in the gun. Has Raphael to his right. Bailey, play action now, just runs to his right into the end zone. Little RPO, Bailey for 1 yard out, and it's NC State with the early 6-0 lead with 6:15 to go here in the first quarter.
Little fake handoff, and you call it little option play, and he was untouched as they went with the dive man to Waters, and Bailey went in, and he knew it from the second he raised his eyes and saw the defensive end crash down.
NC State now will try the PAT. They've made 262 consecutive PATs. That's the longest streak in the nation. They haven't missed a PAT since November 25th, 2017. That's 2,500 days. Vine set. Put it up. And it is good. 263 straight PATs for NC State. We'll take the timeout, see if NIU can answer back. With 6:15 to go, first quarter here in Carter Finley Stadium. It's NC State 7, Huskies nothing. You're listening to NIU football on the Constantino Law Firm Husky Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Dear football fans, Toyota's roster of all-star vehicles are ready for kickoff. Drive the field in style with a Camry or Corolla. Upgrade your ground game with the versatile RAV4. Or there's Grand Highlander and Tundra, our full-size Defenders. And here's an extra point. All these vehicles come with available all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. Visit Toyota.com or head to your local Toyota dealership. Toyota, let's go places.
In a world of long wait times, lowered expectations, and increased frustration, the Costantino Law Firm, LLC, remains a fully staffed, full-service law firm serving individuals and small businesses in Northern Illinois. We are committed to the traditional values of service and respect for our clients. We have over 60 years of experience and focus on real estate, civil, criminal, family law, estate planning, probate, DCFS defense, and personal injury matters. We have 3 locations, and we actually answer the phone. Call 815-758-4441 or online at ConstantinoLaw.net.
Your radio home for NIU football is 94.9 WDKB.
Gear up, game on, and give it up for your Huskies every time you pay with your free NIU Visa debit card, only with free checking from FMBO, a proud bank partner of NIU Athletics. Bring it. Get yours today at FMBO.com/Huskies. Member FDIC. Also, Victory Threads, the best stuff for all the latest Husky apparel, just like the coaches wear, is now open Monday through Thursday in the NIU Recreation Center. Stop by Monday through Thursdays from 2 to 8 p.m., Fridays 4 to 6:30 p.m., and Saturdays between 12:30 and 2:30 p.m. Convocation Center location is open during all events in the combo, including Husky volleyball and coming soon basketball. I know everyone wants to jump on, get those online availability. It's coming soon. Stay tuned. But replica jerseys, George Pork, Michael Turner, Jordan Lynch, all part of that. Go on to see the Victory Threads station in the store in Convocation Center. 6:15 to go, first quarter. NC State 7, NIU nothing. Andy Garcia alongside Mark Lindo here in the booth, and a special team plays, keeps the NC State drive going, and they finish off with 7.
They certainly did. A good drive it was. The Wolfpack went 8 plays, 64 yards, 5 minutes and 2 seconds with that fake punt on 4th and 1 of their own territory. Kept the drive alive. CJ Bailey from 1 yard out. Extra point kick is good. And I think that drive is so significant. You know, NC State won the toss, deferred, basically stuffed NIU's running game minus 11 yards, even though they had a couple third down passes. And then they moved the football right down the field very efficiently. I guarantee you their confidence level after being shellacked in the first half against Clemson just picked up about 2 or 3 notches here today. Now, remember a couple weeks ago, though, NIU down on the first drive against Notre Dame, right? And did not flinch. We'll see how they come back here after NC State grabs an early lead.
Wolfpack will kick it off right to left. Again, 6:15 to go, first quarter. Wolfpack up 7-0. Smith, high end over end. It goes to the head of Poe, out of bounds. And NIU will start their second drive of the game at their own 25-yard line. Huskies down by 7. And see if Ethan Hampton can come back. That last throw almost was a pick Mark. See if you can get under control, but see if NIU can get something going on the run game as well.
Hampton came in 51 out of 82, 62%, 6 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Those are good numbers. Arguably missed a few plays on the field last week, and I think you're going to have to let him throw something early and safe to get this North Carolina defense not able to just put their cleats in the field and play run first.
Huskies left to right at their own 25. Handoff, Brown up the middle, 30, 35. Able to break 1 tackle up to the 37-yard line. Nice gain of 12 on first down for AB. Another first down for NIU. And that's you want to start seeing that run game getting going.
Well, if you get Ontario Brown going to the tune of 120-yard game, you'll be in it to the end. That's really the first seam that Ontario Brown's had to run through. What? He had one last week for the 14-yard touchdown run, and then this one. But the going's been tough since week 2.
Demopoulos in near side alongside Thompson. On 1st and 10 for NIU, going left to right at their own 37. Hampton, play action. Looking to throw, slant, caught inside Wolfpack territory. And a nice catch from Brock Lampy. Going up high to get it, taken down quickly, but a nice gain for NIU. They're going to be marked down at the Wolfpack 42. First down for NIU inside Wolfpack territory. It's a gain of 21.
Yeah, and that was a really good first down pass. Great play by Lampley going up high, putting that football. The Huskies went double tight end, which Wolfpack's playing run right there, I guarantee you. And that first down throw is so effective.
3 receiver set. Applegate, Monopolis, near side. Far side is Thompson. Handoff, Brown tries to go to his left. Nothing there. Again, just a sea of red jerseys in the backfield. Ontario Brown with a loss of 3 back to the Wolfpack 45. 2nd and long for NIU. 4:40 to play first quarter. NC State up 7-0.
A little bit of stretch play on the outside and too slow developing. What I've been impressed with early on is the Wolfpack speed on defense, the speed that they have.
Christopher Gore, the receiver to the far side. Brown, the lone back behind Hampton in the pistol. Handoff, Brown. Inside now, cuts back to the outside. He's got some space. 30, 35, 20, 20, down the far sideline or near sideline, inside to the 12. Ontario Brown again gaining some space starting inside to moving outside to the right, down to the 12. A big gainer again for Ontario Brown. Gain of 33, 1st and 10 for the Huskies deep in Wolfpack territory.
And Ethan Hampton got outside after the handoff just to cause enough interference and disruption to shield Ontario Brown. Ontario Brown's got a couple chunk plays here, and that's what we talked about. So important. I said they need to get explosives into the end zone. He did not get to the end zone here, but can they finish this drive?
It's 1st and 10 for the Wolfpack 11. Huskies down 7-0, looking to answer. Hampton in the pistol, handoff Brown. Goes to his right. Outside the hash marks, just in front of the near numbers. Gets inside the 10. They're going to mark him down at the 8. Gain of 3. 2nd and 7 for NIU. Down to the Wolfpack 8. 3:20 to go first quarter. Huskies down 7-0. NIU moving left to right.
Ontario Brown averaging 4.6 yards per carry on the year with 2 touchdowns. But remember, he came in this season averaging over 6 yards per carry. And even though there's a couple negative plays, he's averaging 8.4 for those 2 big plays.
Hampton under center. Play action. Hampton has time. Look at the throw. Caught. And he's taken down right away on the far side. Applegate with the catch. He was taken down roughly right at the 5. He made a catch high up, and he was tackled right at his knee, Caps. Applegate went down quickly. Ball is marked at the 3.
What a great hit it was for the Wolfpack and their fine corner, Cisse, Brandon Cisse, who just put a hit. And how about Applegate being able to hang on to that football, because it was a crushing blow, but he hung on and made this more manageable. It's Thomas Hammock out checking on his player as well.
Jake Applegate, 6'4", redshirt sophomore from Lincoln, Nebraska, transfer from Nebraska. Applegate, he got some space. He was on a little square out on there, and Cisse came from another receiver and came over and made. Applegate didn't know he was coming right at his knees.
Well, Applegate, I think, caught that football, thought, okay, I'll square my shoulder to get to the end zone, but that crushing hit by Cisse kept him out.
So Jake Applegate is being attended to.
The medical staff, now he's on his feet. Good sign. He's
how
now
about the
running
Southern-
off to the side.
How about the Southern hospitality? We see everybody's so polite down here, and everybody, NC State fans, on their feet, clapping for Applegate there.
So it's 3rd and 2 for NIU at the Wolfpack 3-yard line. Ball set in the far left hash. Huskies going left to right. NIU down 7-0. 2:40 and counting here in the first quarter. Huskies spread it out. 3 receivers to the near side. Hampton is one of the receivers. It's a wildcat for Brown. Waiting for the snap on 3rd and 2. Brown waits. Now goes right up the middle. Inside, he fumbles, but it's picked up by NIU in the end zone. Brown fumbled. It's a touchdown for NIU. And I believe it's Brock Lampy who gets it in the end zone for
Ruling on the
NIU.
field is a fumble recovered in the end zone by the offense. It's a touchdown.
Brown took a hit about the 2-yard line. Brock Lampy following the play. Remember, he was the one leading the play initially. Ball popped out. Lampy with a touchdown. And the Huskies do indeed answer that first drive of the Wolfpacks with a touchdown, just like they did against Notre Dame.
Huskies line up to try to tie it up. Brown, he looked like he was going to get in too, Mark. He fumbled, but Lampy, right place, right time, gets the touchdown. Huskies were set up in a wacky formation. Now they come standard, and we have a flag on the PAT.
It's going to be a legal formation after they lined up in what they used to call the swinging gate for a football lineman, trying to get some numbers that if you could go for a 2, you would.
But the gate was left open.
Delay of game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Play the try.
They'll push him back a little bit. But how about the answer for NIU in the offense? After NC State scored, Huskies come right back. And how about Ontario Brown on the ground on that drive?
Well, he had 2 really nice drive runs. And, of course, Hampton's first down pass I thought was critical. The offense answered in outstanding fashion.
Cannon Woodham. PAT up. PAT is good. How about the answer for NIU? We take the timeout. 2:23 to go, first quarter. Huskies, Wolfpack now tied at 7 here in Raleigh. You're listening to NIU football on the Constantino Law Firm, Husky Sports Network. From Van Wagner.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like to check that your guests like spicy first before serving atomic hot wings.
Who's hungry?
Oh my gosh. What are these?
You don't like them? Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. Water. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
You want Jersey Mike's signature sub? You get a number 13 original Italian. You want a dramatic radio idea? You get me. Like this. I'm the 7th-string quarterback, and the other 6 quarterbacks go down. The coach yells, DeVito, you're in. The crowd is worried until I throw a touchdown. But the other team is celebrating. Apparently, I threw the Jersey Mike's number 13 original Italian I was eating on the sidelines. Whoops. The number 13 original Italian, Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
NIU football lives here. 94.9 WDKB.
Jersey Mike's uses only the highest quality of meat, sliced right in front of you, piled high with the freshest toppings. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. 7-7. NIU and NC State with 2:23 to go first quarter. Andy Garcia, Mark Lindo up the booth. Let's go down to Terry Bonadonna. Terry, what an answer for that NIU offense.
Yeah, it was huge. And most of the season so far, it's been the defense leading the charge for NIU. So kind of fun to see the offense pick up the D after that big opening score drive from NC State. The guy down here on the field who was really firing everybody up was Brock Lampy, the senior fullback, was getting in everybody's face on the offense before that drive, challenging them. Let's go. We got to get down the field and score. And sure enough, Lampy made the big downfield catch, the longest pass play of the day so far. And then he's the one who got the touchdown, falling on that fumble in the end zone.
2 great catches in that drive. Lampy had one, Applegate had one, but he took the hit on but held on to make it a 3rd and short where the Huskies punched in. Brock Lampy's fumble recovery of Ontario Brown's fumble in the end zone is a touchdown for NIU. 3:41. They had the football, 7 plays, 75 yards. And we're tied 7-7 with 2:23 to go here in Raleigh, North Carolina.
What impressed you the most about that answer from NIU to come right back, Mark?
Well, I think that the 2 catches for NIU. Now, Hampton, yes, he delivered the ball, but both were tough catches. That's the symmetry between quarterback and receiver. And then I talked about it. Antario Brown has to have some explosive plays. He had 2 of them in the run game after having a big, double-digit gain in the passing game in the first drive. So Antario Brown has to be a star in this game, even though the Wolfpack have been really stellar against the run. If you bust 1 or 2 long ones, you got something going.
Huskies will kick it left to right. Red all over the place at Carter Finley Stadium. 7-7 NIU, NC State. 2:23 to go first quarter. Austin Bullock puts it up with his right foot. High end over end. Taken by Rogers at the 5, 10, 15, 20. Goes to the far side, 30. Working the sideline. Gets pushed out of bounds just before the 40. They're going to say he went out of bounds as we got some extracurricular activities on the far side, the NIU bench. But a nice run out for Rogers.
Finally forced out of bounds. Who had a beat on the whole time was Santana Banner, but they've kind of started with enviable field position on the kick return game right there for the Wolfpack.
So NC State will start at their own 37, going right to left. Ball set at the far right hash. CJ Bailey has 1 rushing touchdown. He's got Raphael to his left in the gun. Concepcion near side. Far side Rogers. Concepcion in motion to the far side. Bailey hands off to Raphael. Tries to go to his right, but Damon Taylor Jr. is right there. He will get 2.5 yards on the carry to the right, just outside the right hash. But Damon Taylor Jr., good to have him on the coach's show on Wednesday. Great guy. 6th year here, and Damon Taylor trying to get more in that action, and he got on that tackle.
Yeah, he has been just steady as you go throughout his career. And there is no doubt he's been a big contributor to this defense throughout that career, playing the 3 technique right now between guard and tackle. His job is just to disrupt that zone read blocking scheme that NC State just utilized.
Bailey, shotgun, throws it. Near side screen, caught, but tripped up was Raphael coming out of the backfield. And it's Jaden Dolphin, the linebacker, coming up, making a nice stop for NIU. I'm going to say Raphael's down at the Wolfpack 40. Final minute and a half here in the first quarter. 7-7. It's 3rd and 7 for NC State, going right to left.
How about Dolphin? He had 6 solos last week. He just fought off the block out in the flat, one-on-one, threw the blocker out of the way and made a stop there in space. Really good play by Jaden Dolphin.
Jackson, the receiver to the near side. Raphael in the gun with Bailey. 3 receivers to the far. Bailey has time. Now has to roll. Moves to his left. There's a flag on the play. He's able to get up to the 45 on the far near side. He was pushed out of bounds. NC State looking for a late flag. You're not going to get it. It's going to be a hold on NC State. As Bailey didn't have anything, he had to just roll out to the near side, tiptoeing the sideline. And we'll see what this flag is.
Well, they held because the Huskies were going to get their first initial sack of the day.
Holding. Offense, number 76. 10-yard penalty, 3rd down.
That's on Patrick Matin.
Skylar Gill Howard did indeed play a little bit with fire right there on the boundary. Not a late hit, good no call. Pierce Opong was one that put a lot of pressure in, and he's the one that was held on that play.
Pierce Opong's been busy this first quarter. He had the nice hit earlier in the drive and another good tackle. So it's going to be 3rd and 17 for NC State. Clock is running, 38-37, seconds left to go first quarter. 7-7 Huskies Wolfpack. Bailey in the gun. Wolfpack going right to left on 3rd and long. Bailey has time throwing. Near side, incomplete. Incomplete pass. Tried to get it to Joe Lee. Joe Lee had to twist his body to try to come back, make it incomplete near side. And the Huskies looking now to get NC State. Hopefully they punt this time.
Yeah, and that goes as another 3 and out, with a penalty included. So basically the Huskies have held twice on 3rd down. Of course, the Wolfpack scored a touchdown on a 4th down fake punt. But how about this? Wolfpack scores with ease. Possession 1. Husky offense comes back with a superlative drive, and now the defense gets a 3 and out.
Caden Newcastle, the redshirt junior, will kick it off. He's set at his own 15. Cam Thompson will return the punt. Again, no Dane Partridge out today. Newcastle, this punt's going to bounce a couple times inside the 15, and the Wolfpack will touch it at the Huskies' own 12. So NIU will have the long field, but we're tied 7-7 Huskies Wolfpack with 16 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
And I told you before the game that the punt game was going to be so important today. NIU gave North Carolina State a short field. The defense was able to hold. But then this guy's a good one, Newcastle. 15 punts. He's gone 5 of them over 50 yards. So, and that was a deep spiral. He's one of the best punters that we have seen this year, and he just flipped the field against NIU's offense.
Huskies going left to right these final 16 seconds of the first quarter. Ball set again on the far left hash. Ethan Hampton under center. 2 receivers set. Brown, the lone back. Hampton turns, gives to Brown. Trying to make something happen on the left hash. Not much. He got a yard. Just trying to find a hole on the bottom of that pile. You saw Aiden White, other of the D-line getting in there, and that will finish off the first quarter here.
That's the end of the first quarter.
Thank you very much, Justin Elliott. We'll come back. Second quarter. We're tied. Huskies have the ball. It's 7-7 NIU, NC State, as we played the first 15 minutes. You're listening to NIU football on the Constantino Law Firm Husky Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Northwestern Medicine isn't just life-changing for our patients. It can be life-changing for you, because a career with Northwestern Medicine means you're part of a leading academic health system that offers more paths and opportunities for professional growth and development. Named to the National Honor Roll once again by U.S. News and World Report, Northwestern Medicine is relentless in the pursuit of better medicine. And our people make it possible. Become part of something better. Apply today at jobs.nm.org.
Two of the biggest winning traditions in the greater Sycamore DeKalb area are the Northern Illinois University Huskies and the Cunis Auto Group of Sycamore, your official auto group of the NIU Huskies, featuring America's best-selling vehicles from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Honda, Hyundai, plus Volvo and Mercedes-Benz, and the area's biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs and hybrids, with over 1,500 available on lot and online. Buy like a champion at your nearby Cunis of Sycamore dealership. The NIU Huskies and the Cunis Auto Group of Sycamore, two great winning traditions.
The flagship station for NIU Husky football is 94.9 WDKB.
Toyota's national sales event is on. Visit your local Toyota dealer and snap up the Toyota that's right for you. Hurry in now before it all ends. Toyota, let's go places. Also, Husky Sports is brought to you by Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. Get old. We'll start the second quarter here from Carter Finley Stadium, Raleigh, North Carolina. Andy Garcia, Mark Lindo here in the booth, Terry Bonadonna down on the sidelines, Amy Michaels, our director, back in the network studios. Mark, through 15 minutes, we're tied 7-7. NC State got the first score. Huskies answered right back, and now NIU's got the ball back. See what they can do on this drive.
Absolutely. Huskies outgained the Wolfpack 81-66 in the first quarter. First downs, 5-3. Third down conversions, 2 out of 3 NIU. 0 for 2 Wolfpack. Total plays NIU. Does that sound a little bit familiar like last week? It really does. NIU had the better of that first quarter. Defense was stellar. I don't know how stellar Dave Doran's been. It's his 10th year, the longest active coach in the ACC. He's taken the Wolfpack out of a rundown program to 8 bowls. He's 83-60 in his career, but he was 23-4 at NIU. So what a job he's done here. A couple tough losses early on in this football season against Clemson and Tennessee. But the Wolfpack are going to be, no doubt about it, a bowl team here in Raleigh.
Ontario Brown so far, 7 carries, 46 yards. His longest was at 34.
The good news is he had a couple big runs after being held in check. And Terry Brown, so explosive. Just wait for him to get that 60, 70-yard house call. He had one for, 33 yards. I thought he'd get it in there. Huskies eventually stuck it in on Terry Brown's fumble. Brock Lampley, if you're around the football, good things happen. And Lampley is nothing but a gamer. We used to talk about Clint Rakovich being a football player. That's exactly what Brock Lampley is. He can block, he can catch. You give him the ball, he can get you 2 yards. In stingy down territory, as the Wolfpack continues to play that 3-man front under their defensive coordinator, Tony Gibson, who's been around a long time. There are 340 years of collective coaching on Dave Doran's staff, but if you're a Husky fan, none of the staff he had on NIU is still with him.
On 2nd and 9 for NIU, at their own 13, going right to left in the second quarter. Hampton under center. Handoff, Brown goes to his left. Gets past the 15. Brandon Cleveland in there. The nose tackle for NC State. Gain of 3. It's going to bring up 3rd and 6 for NIU at their own 16. We're just starting the second quarter. We're tied 7-7 with NIU and NC State.
You talk about Cleveland there in the middle, big old number 44 working at it. He goes 6'4", 315, and he is at the nose of the three-man front. He is right on the nose of the Husky center.
On 3rd and 6 for NIU. Huskies so far 2 of 3 on 3rd down at their own 16-yard line. Hampton in the gun. Looking to throw. Pressure comes, and it's a fumble. He didn't see it coming from behind. It's picked up by NC State, and it's a touchdown. Touchdown, NC State. Hampton didn't see the pressure coming from his backside. NC State picked it up, and a touchdown for the Wolfpack.
Right in stride. It was Donovan Kaufman, the safety, who picked up that as Hampton was hit from the blind side. The first major mistake / turnover of this game. And it goes big play to the Wolfpack with their defense putting points on the board. And that's a situation that we thought that NIU would have to win. Instead, it's Wolfpack 1, NIU nothing as far as the big special teams play and or defense.
That's a big-time play. Kaufman made the sack, stripped it, picked it up for the score. PAT, up and good. So we see a little bit of everything so far from NC State. Special teams, defense, and now the Wolfpack lead 14-7 with 14:09 to go here in the second quarter. And let's see if NIU can come back and answer again. But how about the play from DK Metcalf, the senior, transfer from Auburn, has an interception for a touchdown this season. Now he's got a fumble pickup for a touchdown.
Yeah, that was, you could see that coming from upstairs. Ethan Hampton, not that sixth sense in the back of his head as a play came from his blind side.
Northern Illinois, number 28 is wearing 94. 28 is 94.
So now NC State will kick it off left to right. A quick touchdown on the defensive side for the Wolfpack. 14-7, NC State. Again, plenty of time. 14:09 to go, second quarter. Poe and Williams, the deep men for NIU. As Smith will kick it off left to right. Puts his right foot to the ball, end over end, and again the Huskies just let it go, and they'll get the touchback. Huskies got to come right back, right, Mark? I mean, you get a play like that, you don't see the pressure coming. Kaufman gets the fumble and the touchdown, and see if NIU again can answer. They've done it once already.
Well, what NIU has done today is, we talked about the field position, and if you look at NIU's drives, they've started on their own 25 without a kickoff return. NC State had a kickoff return to a 36-yard line. NIU had one punt, 34 yards. NC State punted once for 52 yards. So field position flips have been very, very much a big part of this game, special teams thus far.
Huskies going right to left. Start at their own 25, down by 7. Hampton, play action. Looking to throw. Far side, and it goes through the hands of Keyshawn Pipkin. On the right side, just at the right hash. Incomplete, second down and 10 for NIU.
Like the play call there on first down. They go play action. Hampton took a hit once again on that one. Still has not, Cece came from the safety position on a backside blitz there. Hampton had plenty of time, just a little bit too tall for Pipkin on the hitch route back to the inside.
It's the first fumble recovered for a touchdown from NC State since November 1st, 2003. On 2nd and 10 for NIU. Hampton in the pistol. Brown behind him. Barnes in motion. Handoff Brown up the middle. Close to the 30. He's going to be taken down at the 29. Gain of 4. Bring up 3rd and 6 for the Huskies. Down 14-7 to the Wolfpack with 13:50 to go second quarter.
A little bit of inside zone right there. So NIU, they have not gone to pin and pull as much. That means, they're pulling their linemen because it's so slow developing. when you try to pull 2 or 3 linemen against this speed of North Carolina State, it's very difficult to do.
See what Huskies have on 3rd and 6. Ball set right between the hash marks at their own 29. Hampton in the gun. Has time, looking around. Now just has to run. Tries to make a move. Gets past the 30, up to the 32, 33, but he's going to be 2 yards short of a first down, and the Huskies will have to punt down by 7.
This has been a Hampton situation where anytime it's been a pass down in this game thus far, he's been under duress. He was able to move forward for 2 or 3 yards, but not time to go through his progressions and check down there. NC State's front 3/corners coming up and blitzing have put some pressure on the Husky quarterback.
Foley at his own 19, waits for the snap. Jalen Coit to our left, waits. High kick from Foley. Good hang time. Coit will call for the fair catch and makes it at the 28. It's a punt of 38 yards for Tom Foley, and NC State will have the football when we come back from this media timeout. With 12:35 to go, second quarter from Raleigh. NC State 14, the Huskies 7. You're listening to NIU football on the Constantino Law Firm Husky Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Right now at Old National, we've got this incredible checking offer.
Hey. Hi. What?
He's here for the checking.
I love checking.
Okay. You know what? For a bonus that big, fine. Bring on the chicken.
Oh, it's not that type of checking. You just download the app.
Yeah, no, I'm stretching. Where do I sign?
Earn up to a $450 bonus when you open a checking account at Old National, official bank of the Big Ten.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. I'm the valet at the game, and I'm as tight on cash as this lot is on space. So I'm going to park your way too big truck in this way too small spot. And if you don't have the right auto insurance, this might leave you crunched for cash. So get Allstate, save money, and get protected from mayhem like me. Who's next?
Savings vary based on coverage selected. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Bar and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Husky pride and sounding good in your ride. 94.9 WDKB.
Northwestern Medicine is proud to be part of your community, offering world-class care at 12 hospitals and more than 200 locations across Chicago and Northern Illinois. Andy Garcia alongside Mark Lindo here in the booth, high atop Carter Finley Stadium in Raleigh. On the sidelines, Terry Bonadonna. Back in our network studios is Amy Michaels. We have 12:35 to play second quarter. NC State 14, Husky 7. It will be NC State ball at their own 28, going left to right, up by 7.
You know, NIU's defense is among the top in the entire country and third downs. They've only allowed 43 all year, only 3 today. Unfortunately, today what you had is a 3 and out, then the fake punt. It led to North Carolina State's first touchdown, and then the hit, scoop, and score that the offense basically gave up 7 points. And NIU's defense has had their backs to the wall, the last 2 weeks, in all honesty, having to make plays, make stops.
C.J. Bailey, the true freshman from Miami, making his second career start, brings out the Wolfpack offense. He has a rushing touchdown.
2 Williams in. Roy and Jelani at the bookends of the Husky defense.
Wolfpack in the home red jerseys, white letters and numbers, black pants. Huskies in the road whites with the black letters and numbers on 1st and 10. NC State at their own 28. Bailey, little draw to Waters. Tries to move to his left, try to get to the edge on the far side, get to the 30, 35, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 35. There's a flag in the backfield.
I believe Nate Valcarcel was held on that play.
Holding. Offense. Number 82. 10-yard penalty. First down.
Easy call, good call. I saw it in real time from up here. That's what sprung that. What would have been, a 12-yard gain?
The flag was on Keenan Jackson, a freshman. With that flag, it'll come back. Nate Valcarcel was trying to make that play on the far side, was Waters showed his speed. As much as Waters can go north-south, he showed a little speed on the outside as well.
Yeah, because he's a Bulldog. 224 pounds is Jordan Waller, 6-year player out of Grand Farm, North Carolina.
So it's 1st and 20 for NC State going left to right here. 12:15 to go, second quarter. 14-7 NC State at their own 18. In the pistols, Bailey turns, plays action. Skylar Howard puts pressure. Bailey moves to his right. Now just trying to get something positive, and he's taken out of bounds. And again, a late hit from NIU. And the flag comes in. Jelani Williams was there late. Bailey was trying to make some moves on the near side, stepped out of bounds, and Williams did hit him late. And here comes the call.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense, number 11, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
And I'm going to tell you why that flag was thrown, because the crowds reacted on 2 previous plays that could have gone either way. And this was just a scramble. Huskies had a beat on
he didn't do anything. We got a replay in the booth.
Jelani Williams actually took his hands off at the boundary.
So it's 1st and 10 for NC State. We got the same officials here as Notre Dame or what?
And I said at Notre Dame, remember where you're at. You're not going to get a break here today.
So
no criticism there, but I'm going to tell you, you're not going to get a break.
Wolfpack at their own 36. Concepcion in motion to the near side. Handoff right up the middle. It's Raphael. He's taken down after a gain of 4. Roy Williams was in on that. 2nd and 6 for NC State at their own 40. 11:25 to go and counting, second quarter. Wolfpack up 14-7.
So what they do is they continue to rotate different backs in. Waters, their big guy, transfer from Duke. Raphael out of Naples, Florida. He was in that one. We've seen Hollywood Smothers, the Oklahoma transfer. They have some depth at the RB position.
Again, the option. They'll hand off to Raphael to the near side. Tries to get the edge. Not much. There's a flag. I think this is going to be a face mask on NIU, Mark. Or a hold, but let's see. We'll get the call.
Holding.
Oh, good. Thank
Offense, number 65. 10-yard penalty. Second down.
Jakarius Peak, the redshirt sophomore, right tackle, gets called for the penalty.
He had a couple holding last week when I watched their game on film, so that's an issue. And NIU has continued to blow up plays at the line of scrimmage and forced North Carolina State on 3 holding penalties already in this football game.
Now, when you watch film, is this reel to reel? Are we going back to the VCR? What kind of film you watching?
Yeah, I got to watch both the last.
Is it black and white? Is it you have a clicker?
White, exactly.
How do you do that?
And I did used to watch the reel to reel, believe me.
So Wolfpack now 2nd and 16 at their own 30, going left to right. They're up by 7, 10:45 to go and counting second quarter.
Quinn Erweiler in the linebacker.
Bailey in the gun, gets a snap. Has time, throws, middle of the field, and it's incomplete. He threw it behind Concepcion, near side at the 50. Bailey off the mark, incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 16 for NC State. Concepcion was open too, Mark.
Yes, he was. He's their go-to guy. They targeted him 10 times last week. He only caught 4, but that's the guy they look for. Now, with 3rd and 15 or 16, this would be a time where you think the Husky Sky Pirates would have a good opportunity to enter an interception. But I believe, once again, if you're Robert Anae, they're 36 years of college coaching. You will not put your young quarterback in a tough situation. You give him a safe throw.
4 receiver set, 3 to the far side. Bailey has time, throws, far side. That is caught, but a nice play by Jayshon Profit on the catch from Wesley Grimes on the far side. Maybe a gain of 1. Now we got to get some pushing and shoving after the play. They're going to mark them down at the 36 of NC State. Very, very short of the first down to go, and that's a nice play from the defense to get off the field and get NIU the ball back.
Well, a great call by you, because Jayshon Profit was out there on an island, one-on-one. It was a safe throw, as we predicted. They just tried to get the ball to playmakers' hands in space, and Jayshon Profit was right there. We're number 1. Remember, he was given that number 1 because of his leadership abilities from James Esther.
Newcastle at his own 21 will punt it left to right. Cam Thompson back deep for NIU. Nice high spiral kick. Cam Thompson calls for the fair catch at the 12. He had some space if he wanted to take that, but Thompson taking the place of Dane Partridge, who is not here. He's out, did not make the trip. It's a punt of 52 yards, but NIU gets it back, only down by 7. 9:43 to play, second quarter. Wolfpack 14, Huskies 7. You're listening to NIU Football on the Constantino Law Firm Husky Sports Network from Van Wagner.
In a world of long wait times, lowered expectations, and increased frustration, the Costantino Law Firm, LLC, remains a fully staffed, full-service law firm serving individuals and small businesses in Northern Illinois. We are committed to the traditional values of service and respect for our clients. We have over 60 years of experience and focus on real estate, civil, criminal, family law, estate planning, probate, DCFS defense, and personal injury matters. We have 3 locations, and we actually answer the phone. Call 815-758-4441 or online at CostantinoLaw.net.
Dear football fans, Toyota's roster of all-star vehicles are ready for kickoff. Drive the field in style with a Camry or Corolla. Upgrade your ground game with the versatile RAV4. Or there's Grand Highlander and Tundra, our full-size Defenders. And here's an extra point. All these vehicles come with available all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. Visit Toyota.com or head to your local Toyota dealership. Toyota, let's go places.
Your radio home for NIU football is 94.9 WDKB.
This whole game is on October 5th. It's another action-packed game. Kickoff versus UMass set for 11 a.m. Pup Kids Club, this is your game. 3 tickets, 2 $18 tickets for parents, guardians, and from the pregame tunnel, the Huskies can cheer them on. There's still time to join the Pup Club for ages 13 and under and get free admission to every NIU basketball and volleyball game, some NIU swag, and the UMass game experience. Go to NIUHuskies.com and click on the Pup Club link under fans to register today. We've got 9:43 to go, second quarter. NC State up 14-7. Huskies have the ball right to left, starting at their own 12. Andy Garcia, Mark Lindo here in the booth. Let's go down. The Terry Bonadonna. And Terry, tell me a little bit about the atmosphere, the crowd. Is that affecting the NIU offense?
I think it pretty clearly has affected their offense, considering where they've got the ball right now. Throughout this second quarter, when they've been going in the direction that they're heading, they're right behind the student section. I guess I should say the student section is right behind them. They're making it very difficult to hear. I can tell you, I can barely hear you guys when I'm standing in front of the NC State student section. I'm kind of trying to make my way in the other side of the field a little bit, but I think there's been a major difference in the NIU offense in this second quarter, playing with those students behind them compared to where they were in the first quarter.
Huskies offensive line has to start to make a statement like they did earlier. They graded out against Buffalo in decent fashion, 79% overall. Champ at 84%, Lippy 81, Zernitz and Schooley both about 80%. And Matt Schooley continues to play well, has inserted himself into the rotation of the offensive line up front, which gives them some depth.
1st and 10 for NIU, going right to left at their own 12. Ball on the far right hash. Hampton gives off to Brown. Tries to cut inside, just outside the far hash, up to the 15-yard line. Gain of 3. 2nd down and 7. Again, I like this, though, Mark. I want to feed Ontario Brown as much as can. We're waiting for that big one to hit. It's going to happen. I just like just feeding the big dog.
Yeah, you got to keep going with you. That is your game. You're the running game. You got to run it for 200 yards today. Huskies come in averaging 223, number 1 in the MAC and rushing the football, and that's what they do best. Nice play in space by, once again, linebacker Sean Brown.
Gore, the near receiver for NIU, at their own 15, 2nd down. Handoff, Brown tries to cut outside to the near side, nothing there. He's tripped up in the backfield. Great play by Bishop Fitzgerald, the strong safety. He comes up, makes a play. It'll be a 3rd and long for NIU back at their own 12.
Last 2 plays, Ontario Brown has literally had one man to beat before he would have gotten into the next level. But on both plays, it was one guy in space that was able to bring down Ontario Brown and negate any kind of forward progress and any kind of explosiveness as the Huskies 3rd and 9. Not a good situation when you're on your own 12-yard line. Time to be relatively safe.
Barnes, McElroy. The receivers to the far side. It's going to be a hand up the middle, up to the 23-yard line for Gavin Williams. Near hash, working inside the hash marks, but that is short of the gain to get. It's going to be 4th and 4. Huskies will have to punt with 8 minutes to go, second quarter. NC State up 14-7.
I would say the game within the game today, the NIU defensive line has beat the North Carolina State offensive line, but the North Carolina State defensive line has thus far done a good job against the Husky offensive line.
Foley kicks it off right to left. Coit's going to call for a fair catch at his own 44-yard line. Timeout, here in Raleigh, Carter Finley Stadium. It's a punt of 38 yards for Tom Foley. NC State will go left to right with the 7-point lead. 7:38 to go, second quarter. 14-7 NC State. You're listening to NIU football on the Constantino Law Firm Husky Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check the propane tank on your grill first before hosting a tailgate.
Let's fire up. Here, let me try. Seriously? You didn't check the propane? Who wants this?
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
Salt and vinegar?
You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
The Boneyard Victor E Collective is the NIL marketplace that connects NIU supporters and local businesses with Husky student athletes, enabling them to capitalize on their name, image, and likeness while competing for NIU businesses. And individuals can engage with NIU athletes through public appearances, social media posts, and more. Go to boneyardvictore.com for more information.
NIU football lives here. 94.9 WDKB.
It's buddies. Be at Fatty's Pub and Grill. Fatty's Pub and Grill next Saturday for game day. It's also Fatty's annual Oktoberfest. Open early for the Huskies take on UMass. It's an early game. Get there early. Post game there'll be Stein hoisting contest, live music from the Soundcheck 815, along with great Oktoberfest food and drink specials. For more information, go to fattyspub.com. You got to come out Wednesdays. Inside Husky Football Radio Show, too, with myself and Thomas Amick, players, special guests. That's on Wednesdays at noon, but also come out to Fatty's for the game next week. NIU, UMass, early kick. 7:38 to go, second quarter here. Carter Finley Stadium, Raleigh, North Carolina. Andy Garcia, Mark Lindo in the booth, Terry Bonadonna on the sidelines. Amy Michaels back in the network studios. Wolfpack up by 7. They'll have the ball when we come back from this timeout.
Decent field position. You talk about flipping the field and special teams. We mentioned earlier, if you're just joining us, they had a good kickoff return that got them out to the 38. This time on the exchange of punts, they started their last drive on the 27, punted 52 yards, got NIU down to the 12. And this time now they're going to start at the 44-yard line. So they gain what? About 15 yards of field position.
Guess who your halftime guest is?
Andy Garcia.
That is not. Joe Novak will be coming up to the booth. So Husky fans, stay with us halftime.
Absolutely.
NC State will start left to right at their own 44. Ball set at the near hash. Play action for Bailey. Has time. Throws. Far side. And it is incomplete. And now you got the flag. They were trying to get it to number 6, Wesley Grimes. Or check that, Noah Rogers.
Pass interference. Defense, number 5. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Well, we thought they'd take 3 or 4 shots. There's the first one right there. He was the only guy in the pattern, and it was indeed an easy call. Interference called on Amarian Knighton.
He had his hand all over his jersey.
Yes, he did.
Easy call. 1st and 10 for the Wolfpack now at NIU's 41. Left to right. 7.5 to go second quarter. Wolfpack up 14-7.
Huskies do not have that coveted turnover as of yet. They're -2 on the season now.
Bailey in the pistol. Ball set at the near right hash. Handoff Waters goes to his left. 40, 30, 35 inside the 30-yard line to the 28 for Jordan Waters, just getting some space on the left side. A gain of 13. First down for NC State, down to the Huskies' 29-yard line.
Boy, he gets downhill, and he is tough to bring down. Nice cut on the inside before a nice tackle in space by NIU, but not before that first down pickup, as they got a little bit of giddy up in their step right now to the Wolfpack.
Ball set at the far left hash. 1st and 10 for NC State at the Huskies' 29. Bailey. Play action. Little RPO. Keeps it just outside the far hash. Inside the 25. Taken down at the 23 of NIU. And the tackle made by Jacob Wasco.
A really nice tackle in space right there, as once again it looked like a little bit of space for Bailey. But he but fighting off the block and bringing down one-on-one, but it looked like it could have been a big play. And the Huskies set them up at 2nd and 5.
6:15 and counting, second quarter. NC State up by 7 with the ball. Bailey. Handoff Waters up the gut down to the 20. He's tripped up by Jake Gasaway, the redshirt sophomore from Omaha, Nebraska. It's going to bring up 3rd and 2 at the Huskies 21 with under 6 to go before the half. NC State up 14-7.
Huskies really high on Gasaway. He is one of the linebackers of the future for NIU, getting some quality minutes right here. Huskies staying in that 4-2, if you will, with the nickel.
Grimes, the receiver to the far side. Bunch set for NC State on 3rd and 2. Grimes in motion. Bailey, hand up Waters, up the gut. Tried the spin after getting hit right away by Damon Taylor and Roy Williams. And he got to the 20. It's short of a first down. And NC State looks like they're going to try a field goal.
Yeah, Dave Dorn right away pointed. Huskies get the stop, keep them out of the end zone. But obviously it's a good situation for NC State to get a 2-score game here. And remember, they get the football to start the second half. NIU will have at least one more chance with the football to put some points on the board at the end of this half.
Call it a 37-yard field goal for Kanoa Vineset. Just inside the far left hash. Snap, hold, kick is up, and the kick is good. So NC State, as Mark mentioned, makes it a 2-score game with under 5 minutes to play, second quarter. 4:55 left before the half. Now 17-7, NC State. You'd love to see NIU come back, get a drive going, because as you mentioned earlier, NC State won the coin toss. They deferred to the second half. So Huskies like to see if they can get some
Northern
points
Illinois, number 28, is wearing 94. 28 is 94 for Northern Illinois.
Yeah, they are in good shape right now, are the Wolfpack, but the Huskies have one more shot to cut into this lead, and not only cut in the lead momentum, but momentum would shift as well.
17-7 NC State. Again, 4:55 to go, second half. Don't forget Joe Novak. He's going to join us here in the booth. Looking forward to that. We'll have some stats from the first half. We'll recap the scoring. See if NIU can get a drive going, get some points on the board here late in this second quarter.
6 plays, 36 yards before the 38-yard field goal by Vineset.
Colin Smith will kick it off. End over end. And a fair catch from Gavin Williams in the end zone for NIU. So far, Huskies total yards 84, 42 passing yards, 42 rushing yards. Huskies have had 4 penalties already, and we got a change on the offensive line. Looks like Matt Schooley will come in for Logan Chernitz on this drive.
And that's just to give some rest. They're going to rotate those guys.
Hampton in the pistol, play action. Rolls to his right, looking to throw it, and just goes out of bounds. There was nothing there, and Hampton made the right choice and goes into the first row of the stands here at Carter Finley Stadium. One-handed catch in the stands, but that's not good for NIU. It's 2nd and 10.
Like the first play action. They've utilized that a couple times today. You need to try to get the defense to move their eyes. And NIU, one of their goals was to own the flats. In the last couple of weeks, teams have really taken that away from the Huskies. Don't think that other opponents didn't look at the scheme that Buffalo came up with last week and how to attack the Huskies.
On 2nd and 10 for NIU at their own 25, going right to left, down by 10. Hampton throws, post banner caught at the far right hash. Nice catch made by Cam Thompson, who tripped up to the 40. First down on a nice throw and catch. Hampton to Thompson, a gain of 15.
Yeah, Thompson had a pretty good ball game coming out party last week. Did a nice job. 3 catches, 49 yards. That one on a quick skinny post for 15 on time. On target was Hampton on that particular play. Hampton now 5 out of 8, 57 yards.
4:20 left to go, second quarter. Huskies down by 10. Going right to left. Hand off to Brown. Cuts up right between the hash marks. Spins up to the 44. Be a gain of 4 for NIU. 2nd and 6 for the Huskies. They'll go a little quicker on this play.
Sean Brown, once again, he has just been a ball hawk, linebacker position for the Wolfpack.
3 receivers set to the far side for the Huskies. Thompson, Demopoulos, and McElroy. Now they're going to bring McElroy and Demopoulos. They'll change them to the near side. So Thompson stays on the far. Hampton in the gun, has Brown to his right on 2nd and 7 from the Huskies' own 43. Hand off Brown, cuts it up right between the hash marks, tries to break a couple tackles, just bulldozes his way up to the 44. Check that, 49. It'll be 3rd and 1 for NIU. Again, Antonio Brown just trying to find some space and try to just bowl over 2 Wolfpack.
Well, what's going on now? You talk about Thomas Hammock, head coach, Wesley Bichonner, offensive coordinator. They've run the football twice because, Andy, they know with 3:15 and counting, if they move the sticks here, they get a fresh set of downs. Then they'll go into a different mode, but they know that right now you have the ball. You want to keep it away from North Carolina State and have the last possession of this half, culminating points.
Sorry, Mark. Both teams had 3 timeouts. 17-7 NC State. Bunch formation for NIU. 3rd and 1. Hand up. Lampy right up the gut. Able to flip over and get the first down. You need a Brock Lampy in your life. All right? Brock Lampy. This guy's just a machine. 6'1", 252, senior from Kenosha. The muscles on this guy. Right? It's a little like what I got.
Yeah, he's chiseled, no doubt about that. And we talked about his ability to catch a pass, his ability to throw a block, his ability to get 1 or 2 yards. And now the Huskies have that fresh set of downs, and they should be able to, with 2:25 and running, plenty of time to score and have the last possession of this half.
Don't forget the 2-minute timeout is coming. Hampton has it. Waiting for the snap. Play action. Hampton has time. Looking to throw. Under pressure, gets it off. And the catch made by McElroy at the 5. An unbelievable catch. He had Aiden White grabbing him, but it's Andrew McElroy with a huge catch, the senior from Bolingbrook. Transfer from University of St. Thomas, a gain of 43. Huskies in business at the Wolfpack 6.
And give credit is due. Ethan Hampton was right on the hands of McElroy there. And McElroy should have drawn a holding penalty. It was pass interference, but he was able to focus, keep his eyes on the prize. And the Huskies, with a fresh set of downs with 2 minutes to go, a score would be huge going into halftime.
How about the last couple games for Andrew McElroy making some catches? That was a big-time catch as we reached the 2-minute timeout. Huskies at the Wolfpack 6, trying to cut into a 10-point lead late here in the first half. NC State 17, Huskies 7. You're listening to NIU Football on the Constantino Law Firm Husky Sports Network. From Van Wagner.
Being game day ready means bringing the diehard passion. All in, all the time. And now you can show your Husky pride everywhere you go with the NIU Visa Debit Card. Free with FMBO free checking. Gear up, game on, and give it up for your NIU Huskies every time you pay. The NIU Visa Debit Card, only at FMBO. Proud bank partner of NIU Athletics. Bring it. Get yours today at fmbo.com/Huskies. Member FDIC.
Listen, the football landscape has changed a lot. NIL deals, social media, the transfer portal. There's never been more distractions for an athlete, but Powerade knows what's most important, the commitment to the game. With 50% more electrolytes than Gatorade Thirst Quencher, Powerade hydrates athletes as they block out the noise and put in the work. Hydrate your grind with Powerade. Grab a pack today at a store near you. See product label for additional details. It takes more.
The flagship station for NIU Husky football is 94.9 WDKB.
2 minutes left to go here, second quarter. NC State 17, NIU 7, but Huskies down to the Wolfpack 6. To our left, Andy Garcia alongside Mark Lindo here in the booth. Terry Bonadonna, how about an answer again here late in the first half for NIU?
Yeah, everybody's fired up right now on the NIU sideline. I think a big play right before the 2-minute timeout right there because, as I mentioned earlier, Huskies were having some trouble moving the ball out of the opposite end zone. I think the field position game has changed a little bit. It just takes a couple of plays to get out of the shadow of that student section, which has been causing some problems throughout today's game. I think that the atmosphere here today has been good. It has not been maybe as crowded as I thought it would be. I want to say, is this the 17th consecutive sellout they announced, or the 16th consecutive?
This is the 16th.
It's a sellout in terms of what has been sold. There are a fair amount of empty seats. A little bit hard to see. They shaded well because everybody in the crowd is wearing red, which is the same color as the seats. But don't let anybody tell you that it's hard to get up for these morning games. Just before the game started, I was standing in the NIU tunnel. Huskies came out, led by Skylar Gill-Howard, fired up, banging the walls, saying it's time to dominate. I was standing right next to the NC State cheerleaders at the time. I looked up at one. She just made a face, said, wow, this is a lot of fun. And it is. It looks like we've got a really good game, too. It's my highlight of the day, by the way.
It was what Terry Bonadonna was like that this morning.
You know? he was wild as well. 153 yards of offense for NIU compared to just 100 for NC State. And I'm going to tell you what, Thomas Hammock and staff have managed the last 4:55 extremely well in this football game, managing the clock. And now with the last possession, unless they stick it in quickly.
First and goal for the NIU at the Wolfpack 6, right to left. Bunch set. Hampton under center. Turns to his left, hands to Brown. Hesitation, moves to his right, gets to the 5. Tripped up right at the 5-yard line, just outside the far right hash. Tackle made by Caden Forden. Again, 1:51 left to go.
Timeout. NC State, they're first. 30 seconds.
So what you're doing right now, Dave Dorn calls a timeout, his first.
Please reset the game clock.
And what he's trying to do is salvage his time for his 2-minute offense after
Thank you.
NIU would-be score, whether it be a touchdown or a field goal. And let's call it as it is. If you have that big pickup, Hampton to McElroy, when you have opportunities on the road in the ACC, you got to get 7, not 3.
Yeah, it's second and goal now at the 5. It reminds me a lot of last week in Buffalo. We had 3 attempts there inside the 10 against Buffalo. This is one, as you talked about, on the road, trying to make that statement again. This is one you got to punch in.
Yeah, and it's up the offensive line right now to give any kind of crease for Ontario Brown. Lampy in, he would be the lead blocker. But will they try to go out in the flat to Lampy, who would hit his block, and then go the outside into the flat and try to catch a football into the end zone and make this a one-score game once again?
It's 17-7 NC State. 1:53 to go second quarter. Huskies, though, knocking at the door at the Wolfpack 5 to our left. Huskies in the I formation. Hampton handoff. Brown tries to get to his right. Has to spin out. Not much there. Gets to the back of the line of scrimmage. And again, just a wall of red shirts was there as Hampton tried to get off the Brown to go to the right. Nothing there. Another timeout. He might have gone back to the 5. No, he didn't. It's right between the 5 and the 6-yard line.
NC State, they're second. 30 seconds.
Boy, Dobbin Van has just been all over as well, disrupting blocking screams of NIU. The good news is you've had Dave Dorn burn 2 timeouts. The bad news is you have not yet put this ball into the end zone as it sits at the 6-yard line at the far hash. You would think this might be a good time for any kind of tight end route across the middle. Remember last week against Buffalo, the Huskies tried a throwback to their tight end, and Buffalo had that sniffed out. So if you're Wesley Bashauner, you have a play, from a package from almost every down or distance in the field. So this has been practice in goal line offense.
Again, as Mark said, ball at the far right, to our left. Huskies 3rd and goal from the Wolfpack 6, trying to cut into a 10-point lead. Hampton in the gun. 4 receivers set, 2 on each side. Hampton looking to throw, has time, throws, end zone touchdown! Touchdown, Cam Thompson from 6 yards out, and NIU gets a late first half 6, 17-13 now. Wolfpack with a PAT to come.
Boy, was that a rifle. Was that a rocket by Ethan Hampton, who now goes 7 out of 10 for 104 yards and a touchdown. He found his receiver Thompson on a hitch route wide open in the end zone. Breakdown by NC State. Huskies take advantage.
Whittle comes out for the PAT. Snap, hold, kick is up. The kick is good. It's the 2nd receiving touchdown for Cam Thompson of the season. And now with 1:45 to go, first half, NC State 17, Huskies 14. Huskies not going away. A good answer that time. And again, we talked about it. Huskies needing that drive to get back in it. and they get the 6 and then the 7 with the PAT. How about Cam Thompson finding some space? But it was the offensive line giving Hampton some time to throw the bullet.
I thought so, and I thought it was great clock management. Ontario Brown basically moved the sticks. His first down, he carried it 3 times for 10 yards, and then the long play to McElroy set up not 1, not 2, but 3 plays to get it into the end zone. 2 rushes were stuffed, and then Hampton with a seed to Cam Thompson. And the Huskies, they never go away.
And NC State used 2 timeouts.
Yes.
Don't forget, NC State does get first ball in the second half, as Austin Bullock will kick it off right to left.
9 plays, 75 yards, 3-10 scoreboard. NIU scoring drive, second touchdown today. Huskies trail 17-14.
Bullock kicks it off high, end over end kick in the end zone. It's down, so it'll be a touchback. Look who is in the booth, ladies and gentlemen. Joe Novak is here. It's great to see Coach. He's going to join us at halftime. I know he likes that late first half touchdown from Cam Thompson.
I'll tell you what, Coach Novak, you're way too young to be in this booth, I'll tell you.
He listens to us all the time.
Exactly.
You know that? All right, let's see what NC State can do here with 1:45 to go, going left to right. But how about that answer for NIU? It's a 3-point lead for the Wolfpack, 17-14 here in Raleigh. We text with Coach Novak all the time. He replies all the time, but it's great to see him.
Absolutely. Looking great. Hopefully Coach Novak's doing well. We'll catch up with he and Carroll and what they're doing.
Wolfpack at their own 25. Bailey, shotgun snap. Just tries to make something happen. Going to his right, now cuts it back inside. Has some good space up to the 35. And it's going to be enough for a first down. CJ Bailey with a gain of 10. Again, just waiting for some of the holes to open up between the hashes as the clock stops at 1:35, 1:34 and counting now. First and 10 for NC State. They're up by 3 here late in the first half.
Set play quarterback draw there. He picks up the first down. Huskies without a sack yet today.
Bailey again has the snap, has time, throws, and it's near side caught on the run. Nice catch that time for Kendrick Raphael up to the 46-yard line of the Wolfpack.
Golf on the tackle in space, but they move the 6 on 2 consecutive plays. Clock running. They have 1 timeout left.
Now at the 46, 1:10 and counting. Throw near side, caught quickly again for NC State. Made catch by Justin Jolie, the tight end. Inside Husky territory, down to the 48 of NIU. 1:09 to play, first half. 17-14 NC State, but the Wolfpack driving.
Jolie, the transfer from UConn. When you get a tight end that moves in, that can block, but is even more has prowess to be able to flex out in a passing game, you got a special kind of player, which is a tough matchup against safeties.
On 2nd and 4, Wolfpack going left to right at the Husky 48. Bailey trying to move to his right, under pressure, tripped up, has to throw it, and he's just going to throw it out of bounds near side. Good pressure coming from NIU. It was Opong and Skylar Gill Howard on the pressure, so it's going to bring up 3rd and 4 for NC State at the Husky 48. 1:02 to play, first half.
So important that they put pressure on, but you really would have liked to have the sack. I know that's an obvious statement, but Skylar Gill Howard had a chance because you would have made them burn their last time out. What they're thinking right now is 1 more completion and get their fine field goal kicker, Vineset, who has a long of 52 on the field with that timeout left.
Looks like Huskies going to bring some pressure. Huskies up at the line on 3rd and 4. Bailey has time. Looking at the little screen dump, and it's incomplete. Incomplete. They tried to get it off to Kendrick Raphael, and he just dropped it, plain and simple. And it stops the clock with that incompletion with 59 seconds. Just a little screen to the near side. He just took his eyes off of it.
Yeah, and what that does is that forces them to punt, no decision to be made. And barring any kind of miscue, Huskies should be able to take this into the halftime locker room with a little momentum after that score that they had on their last possession.
Wolfpack still up by 3, but they're stopped on this drive. They're going to punt it off at their own 38. It's Noonkester. Thompson sitting at the Husky 10, waiting for the punt. High, end over end. Thompson fakes the fair catch, and it's going to bounce at the 5, and that's where the Wolfpack will touch it. NIU will have this drive at their own 5. 50 seconds left here in this half.
NC State up by 3, and again, as you mentioned, NIU will look just to run this clock out.
Yeah, I think that was smart play, not even having to go ahead and fair catch that ball. Just take it, get yourself to the halftime locker room, and you played 30 minutes on the ACC turf, and you're right in the football game, carrying a little bit of momentum and some confidence after that last drive, and then the stop by the defense.
Coming up, the FNBO Husky halftime show. We'll recap the first half. Terry Bonadonna is going to catch up with head coach Thomas Hammock right before they go to the locker room. First half stats, but huge. Looking forward to it. Halftime interview. Head coach Joe Novak on. Looking forward to it. So Huskies come out. Sideline for the far side. Again, they're at their own 5. NC State has 1 timeout left. 17-14 NC State. Under a minute to play first half. Hampton in the pistol. Hands off. Brown up the middle. Tried to break some tackles. Gets up close to the 10-yard line. NC State will not use a timeout. NIU will have to run one more play.
67 yards of rushing for Ontario Brown on the afternoon.
2nd and 6 for NIU at their own 9. Going to hand off. Brown trying to just maneuver his way between the hash marks. Gets up to the 15. It'll be a first down, but NIU just looking to milk the clock away late here in this first half, only down by 3. And that might just do it.
Solid first half for NIU. They dominated in every facet except for field position / special teams. That will something will need to be addressed. But you're in the football game, going to halftime locker room with momentum.
NIU and NC State 17-14, and that will do it here at the end of the first half. Terry Bonadonna will get in position to talk to head coach Thomas Hammock before he goes into the locker room. But Huskies have made answers. When NC State has scored, the Huskies have come back and gotten some answers, and that was a big touchdown late in this first half. Hampton finding Cam Thompson as it's only a 3-point lead for the Wolfpack here. Huskies on the road in Raleigh. As Thomas Hammock makes his way over to Terry Bonadonna. Be interested to see what Coach talks about in his first 30 minutes. Terry getting in position to talk to Hammock. Again, Huskies only down by 3, 17-14. And Terry's all set. Terry, go ahead with Coach Hammock.
Thanks, Andy. Coach, second straight week, a really strong finish to that first half. How big was that touchdown drive?
No, it was big. You know, we were trying to be more aggressive at the end, but we got backed up. Didn't want to do anything stupid. But I like where we're at. We're right in the game. We knew it was going to be a 4-quarter game. Now we got to go make plays in the second half.
Your defense has held NC State to only 120 yards, 10 points through the first half. They'll be on the field to start the second. How do they set the tone?
No, they got to, we can get a 3 and out. I think that can really set the tempo for the second half.
Coach, thanks very much. Good luck.
Thank you.
Terry, thank you very much. We've reached halftime. Stay with us. The FNBO Husky halftime show at the half. NC State 17, Huskies 14. You're listening to NIU football on the Constantino Law Firm Husky Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Being game day ready means bringing the diehard passion. All in, all the time. And now you can show your Husky pride everywhere you go with the NIU Visa Debit Card. Free with FNBO free checking. Gear up, game on, and give it up for your NIU Huskies every time you pay. The NIU Visa Debit Card, only at FNBO. Proud bank partner of NIU Athletics. Bring it. Get yours today at fnbo.com/Huskies. Member FDIC.
In a world of long wait times, lowered expectations, and increased frustration, the Constantino Law Firm, LLC, remains a fully staffed, full-service law firm serving individuals and small businesses in Northern Illinois. We are committed to the traditional values of service and respect for our clients. We have over 60 years of experience and focus on real estate, civil, criminal, family law, estate planning, probate, DCFS defense, and personal injury matters. We have 3 locations, and we actually answer the phone. Call 815-758-4441 or online at ConstantinoLaw.net.
Medicine means you're part of a leading academic health system that offers more paths and opportunities for professional growth and development. Named to the National Honor Roll once again by U.S. News and World Report, Northwestern Medicine is relentless in the pursuit of better medicine. And our people make it possible. Become part of something better. Apply today at jobs.nm.org.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like, to check the kickoff time first before showing up at the stadium.
What? The slot's full already? You said kickoff was at 3. It was last week.
That's not how it works, Bob. Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Welcome to the FNBO halftime show on the Husky Sports Network from Van Wagner. Stay with us as the NIU football broadcast team brings you the first half stats, highlights, and more right here on 94.9 WDKB.
Welcome inside the FNBO Husky Halftime Show. FNBO is proud to be official bank of NIU Athletics, member FDIC. Here at Carter Finley Stadium, Raleigh, North Carolina. It's NC State 17, Huskies 14 here at the half as we go through the scoring. It started out, NC State was on the run. They got stopped, but they get a fake punt. They get down to the 1, and that's where C.J. Bailey drives it in on an RPO, 7-0 for NC State. But then the Huskies come right back. Antonio Brown gets it, but he's not the one that finishes with the touchdown. 3 receivers to the near side. Hampton is one of the receivers. It's a wildcat for Brown, waiting for the snap on 3rd and 2. Brown waits, now goes right up the middle. Inside, he fumbles, but it's picked up by NIU in the end zone. Brown fumbled. It's a touchdown for NIU. Brock Lampy gets the touchdown. We're tied 7-7. DK Kaufman makes a huge sack, fumble, gets a touchdown. An unbelievable play for Kaufman, makes it 14-7. Then a 37-yard field goal for NC State makes it 17-7. And then late in that first half, a huge touchdown pass. Hampton finds Cam Thompson 6 yards out, 17-14 here at the half. And that is the scoring for the first half. That's enough of me. Let's get, after the timeout, Mark Lindo will talk to Joe Novak. Stay tuned here. This is the FNBO Husky Halftime Show at the half. NC State 17, Huskies 14. You're listening to NIU Football on the Constantino Law from Husky Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Northwestern Medicine isn't just life-changing for our patients. It can be life-changing for you, because a career with Northwestern Medicine means you're part of a leading academic health system that offers more paths and opportunities for professional growth and development. Named to the National Honor Roll once again by U.S. News and World Report, Northwestern Medicine is relentless in the pursuit of better medicine. And our people make it possible. Become part of something better. Apply today at jobs.nm.org.
Country Financial makes insurance easy. Whether you're shopping for home, auto, or more, their representatives will take the time to understand your specific needs and explain what options work best for you. Worry less and feel more confident knowing you're covered. Visit countryfinancial.com to get started today. Experience more with Country Financial. Auto and home insurance policies issued by Country Mutual Insurance Company, Country Preferred Insurance Company, and Country Casualty Insurance Company, Bloomington, Illinois.
Dear football fans, Toyota's roster of all-star vehicles are ready for kickoff. Drive the field in style with a Camry or Corolla. Upgrade your ground game with the versatile RAV4. Or there's Grand Highlander and Tundra, our full-size Defenders. And here's an extra point. All these vehicles come with available all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. Visit Toyota.com or head to your local Toyota dealership. Toyota, let's go places.
Husky fans, get ready because Victory Threads is your new source for all the latest official Husky gear, from t-shirts, sweatshirts, hats, polos, and much more, including items with the Fighting Husky or the Husky script logos. The new Victory Threads is open in the NIU Recreation Center, in the NIU Convocation Center during home events, and at NIU football home games. Support the Huskies in style all season long with great looks from Victory Threads, and remember, go Huskies!
Husky pride and sounding good in your ride. 94.9 WDKB.
Back at North Carolina State University, Carter Finley Stadium is our venue. It is Northern Illinois trailing the Wolfpack of NC State. Dave Doran's team leads 17-14 here at the half. And we're joined by a special guest, legendary head coach Joe Novak, who's made it from the good life, the suite downstairs, to come hang out with us up here in the tough areas. Coach, great to see you. You're looking awesome.
You too, Mark. I really appreciate you having me on.
So tell Husky Nation because they care so much about you. What Joe and Carol Novak and family are doing now? How far away from you are you from your home right now?
Okay, we're 3 hours south of here, Mark. We're right on the coast, about an hour north of Myrtle Beach, half hour south of Wilmington. So it's a 3-hour drive. Carol's had some back surgery, so we come up here to Duke Hospital, and the surgeon is there. She likes, so in fact, we're coming up next week. She's having a checkup, so we make this trip quite a bit. It's a nice and easy trip for us.
Very good. Now we're here at Carter Finley Stadium. You've been here before. That was kind of a tough year in '97.
Yeah, that was the Ophir year.
The Ophir year, yes.
And we came in here and got beat pretty good by the Wolfpack, but things went from there. But it was a tough night.
Yeah, it didn't take you long to lead the team to a bowl victory and some great seasons, including the 2003 season, which stands out the most. Would that be maybe your most gratifying season of all your coaching?
Oh, I would say so, probably, Mark. From where we started, where we started to where we got it, and it had to be. And of course, those games that year, Alabama was certainly special and stuff like that. But that was probably the topper.
Visiting with Joe Novak here at half. It's a Wolfpack of NC State 17, NIU 14. And Coach, let's put you on the spot a little bit right now. How about the first half? NIU special teams, had a little bit of trouble in the first half, but if you clear that up, they're from a physical standpoint right there with the Wolfpack, huh?
Well, of course, field positions killed them, and then the big fumble there when Hampton got hit from the back. He had he didn't see it coming, and that was a touchdown. So really, in a lot of ways, they're outplaying them. But it's a long game and a long day, and Huskies got to hang in there. I know they will.
So I know you and I have talked. I know you watch football probably 5, 6, 7 games a week. How many of those games do you coach from your TV set?
The longer I'm away, the less I coach, and the more I sit back with a hot dog and a soda and just be a fan. And I found that a lot more relaxing than trying to analyze everything. Every once in a while, I'll pop up and say, why the heck did they do that? But for the most part, I just watch it as a fan.
Well, when you watch as a fan, positives and negatives, how much the game has changed from when you started even playing at Miami, your career there, all the way to now and all the changes in between. There's some really good and some really bad, isn't there?
Well, on the field, the difference obviously is how wide open the game is nowadays and how important your quarterback is. And back in the old day, it was 2 tight ends and 3 backs, and you just pounded on each other and came up with a winner. Now they're throwing it all over the lot. So that's part of the game on the field. Off the field, I don't even want to talk about, Mark. I really struggle with it. I don't want to. I know it is.
You probably are glad you're not in that part of it.
I'm not, Mark. I'd be a Division III coach or a high school coach. I really would. I would not want to deal with what they have to deal with now.
So I know, coaching myself and you as well. The most gratifying part of coaching is relationships. And how much gratification you get watching your former players do well, not just on the football field at the latter stage, but in life. And then, my goodness, Coach, your coaching tree is one that just has numerous branches.
Well, thank God. It gives me people to watch, people I root for and do all that. But, we had fun. We had a great bunch of coaches when I was at Northern. We had great guys that went through there and are doing great things now. And we had some great players, and almost all of them are doing so well as husbands and fathers and successful businessmen. And, the thing that I really enjoy, Mark, is when I saw Thomas after the Notre Dame game and the love he has for NIU. And PJ, when he talked about his feeling, the fact that those guys feel that way about their time at NIU is really special for me.
Yeah, and you had a big part of that. And go back to Coach Hammock, because I was going to ask you about that. How much do you talk with him, and how close? I mean, every time he gets an opportunity, he goes out of his way to say the impact you made in his life and how that reaches down to the impact he's trying to make on young student athletes.
Well, we text back and forth. We talk maybe once every week or two. I called him certainly after Notre Dame, but we text a lot. But I never offer advice. We very seldom talk football. It might be about philosophy or something. And a lot of time I'm asking him questions, how he's handling NIL and those things. So he doesn't need my advice. He's doing really good without me. And, I've been gone 17 years, Mark. There's a lot of things that, I didn't know when I was there, and now I've forgotten or it just changed so much. It's hard for me to be relevant with it.
Well, we got about 45 seconds left, and I did listen to you, Coach. You said you don't want to be a coach in the living room anymore, but Give us an idea about the second half, what needs to happen and what would have been addressed at halftime.
Well, again, field position. And they got to control the football, obviously. And, NC State's playing some pretty good defense overall. And one thing I want to throw out, if I can, Mark, real quick. Bill Baker, we miss you, certainly. And, a lot of great things. But Andy Garcia's call at the end of the Notre Dame guy, I want that. That ranks right up there.
He's selling it, though. You got your wallet out.
And that ranks right up there with Goodbye Toledo, Bill. So if you're listening, but that was awesome.
Well, we're really excited that you followed us on our call on that. I'm glad you enjoyed it. You probably had emotions flowing.
Crying.
Yeah, absolutely. That's Joe Novak, legendary head coach and a good friend by all. It's NC State 17, Northern Illinois 14 here at the half. We got a big second half coming up. Stay right here. You're listening to NIU Football on the Costantino Law Firm Husky Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Right now at Old National, we've got this incredible checking offer.
Hey. Hi. What?
He's here for the checking.
I love checking. Okay. You know what? For a bonus that big, fine. Bring on the checking.
Oh, it's not that type of checking. You just download the app.
Yeah, no, I'm stretching. Where do I sign?
Earn up to a $450 bonus when you open a checking account at Old National, official bank of the Big Ten.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like to check that your seats aren't in the visitor section first, before buying tickets.
I'm so excited for this game. I can't believe you got us tickets.
Me too. Wait, are we on the wrong side?
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
This is going to be a long game.
You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
You want Jersey Mike's signature sub? You get a number 13 original Italian. You want a dramatic radio idea? You get me. Like this. I'm the 7th string quarterback and the other 6 quarterbacks go down. The coach yells, DeVito, you're in. The crowd is worried until I throw a touchdown. But the other team is celebrating. Apparently, I threw the Jersey Mike's number 13 original Italian I was eating on the sidelines. Whoops. The number 13 original Italian, Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Being game day ready means bringing the diehard passion. All in, all the time. And now you can show your Husky pride everywhere you go with the NIU Visa Debit Card. Free with FMBO free checking. Gear up, game on, and give it up for your NIU Huskies every time you pay. The NIU Visa Debit Card, only at FMBO. Proud bank partner of NIU Athletics. Bring it. Get yours today at fmbo.com/Huskies. Member FDIC.
Your radio home for NIU football is 94.9 WDKB.
Welcome back inside the FMBO Husky Halftime Show here from Carter Finley Stadium here in Raleigh, North Carolina. NC State leads at the half, 17-14 over NIU. Mark, give me some of those quick numbers that stand out for you in those first 30 minutes.
We'll just go with the highlights. Huskies have out first downed the Wolfpack 9-8. The Huskies have had more rushing yards, 64-50. The Huskies have had more passing yards, 105-77. So you get the idea. 33 plays to 24. Total yards 169-127. NIU's winning everywhere. Time of possession 16-22 to 13-38. They're winning their third down conversions 4 out of 8. NC State 0 of 5. So you see NIU has got the job done. All those team stats, but the one big play, the sack and score, defensive touchdown, and field position, those are the two keys why NC State has a 17-14 lead.
This has been the FMBO Husky Halftime Show. FMBO is proud to be an official bank of NIU Athletics, member FDIC. Coming up, third quarter from Raleigh. NC State 17, NIU 14. You're listening to NIU Football on the Constantino Law Firm Husky Sports Network from Van Wagner.
You've been listening to the FMBO Halftime Show on the Husky Sports Network from Van Wagner. Don't go anywhere. The second half is coming up next.
In a world of long wait times, lowered expectations, and increased frustration, the Costantino Law Firm, LLC, remains a fully staffed, full-service law firm serving individuals and small businesses in Northern Illinois. We are committed to the traditional values of service and respect for our clients. We have over 60 years of experience and focus on real estate, civil, criminal, family law, estate planning, probate, DCFS defense, and personal injury matters. We have 3 locations, and we actually answer the phone. Call 815-758-4441 or online at CostantinoLaw.net.
Country Financial makes insurance easy. Whether you're shopping for home, auto, or more. Their representatives will take the time to understand your specific needs and explain what options work best for you. Worry less and feel more confident knowing you're covered. Visit countryfinancial.com to get started today. Experience more with Country Financial. Auto and home insurance policies issued by Country Mutual Insurance Company, Country Preferred Insurance Company, and Country Casualty Insurance Company, Bloomington, Illinois. Listen, the football landscape has changed a lot. NIL deals, social media, the transfer portal. There's never been more distractions for an athlete. But Powerade knows what's most important, the commitment to the game. With 50% more electrolytes than Gatorade Thirst Quencher, Powerade hydrates athletes as they block out the noise and put in the work. Hydrate your grind with Powerade. Grab a pack today at a store near you. See product label for additional details. It takes more.
The Husky Athletic Fund is proud to support Husky football and NIU's 400 student athletes across all 17 sport programs. Husky Athletic Fund donors make a positive impact on the success of NIU student athletes in competition, in the classroom, and in the community. Join the Husky Athletic Fund today. Call 815-753-1923 or go online to huskyathleticfund.com. Go Huskies!
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Van Wagner under the broadcasting rights granted by Northern Illinois University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the express written consent of Van Wagner and NIU Athletics. Announcements are provided by Van Wagner and approved by the university. NIU football lives here. 94.9 WDKB.
Just about to start the second half here from Carter Finley Stadium, the 16th consecutive sellout today for the Wolfpack. 56,919 here in Raleigh. Andy Garcia alongside Mark Lindo here in the booth. Terry Bonadonna on the sidelines. Amy Michaels doing a fantastic job as always back in the network studios. What a fun halftime to hear Coach Novak and hear all his thoughts. And I gave him the call. I charged him $30. But no,
you gave him a little discount?
No, I gave him but no, it was just great to hear from him and just to, man, the man is a walking history and he's got coaches along his limbs.
There's no doubt. Well, his coaching tree is forever. His playing tree is forever. And he is so impactful on lives. He has been, and he does it. He is so humble.
Yeah.
And he brought NIU football out of the doldrums his 12 years.
NIU will kick off to start the second half. Left to right. Cannon Whittle. Kick it off. And it's a pooch kick short. Caught at the 20. Up to the 26. Still on his feet. It's Raphael. Then he's tripped up. He tried to go back from near side up to the top and could not. Good play on special teams for NIU on Philip Maturowski, who made a nice play.
All about staying in your lanes, especially when the first blocking scheme is blown up and you can't wedge anymore, but they still try to set up a blocking scheme. And once that's blown up, if you're not staying at home, you're going to be in trouble.
Kicking team, number 32. 5-yard penalty added to the end of the return. First down.
So it's going to go from the 28 to the 33. Wolfpack in the home red jerseys, white letters and numbers, and the black pants. Will go right to left. The ball will be set at the near right hash. Check that, near left hash.
Husky defense has once again been outstanding, but not a sack yet today, and still yearning for those turnovers that they have not been able to get. Actually, the last couple of years been the only thing this defense hasn't done is turn the ball over to the offense.
Bailey turns to his left, gives off to Waters. Waters right up the gut, tripped up by Roy Williams. Able to get up to the 35, game to 2. 2nd and 8 for the Wolfpack as we start this second half. 17-14 NC State.
Well, anytime you come from the backside like Williams did on that play and drag a runner down from the back, that just shows you kind of speed and persistence, getting the hat to the back to the football. Valcarcel and Santana Banner. Valcarcel right safety, Santana Banner left safety here.
Anderson and Collins, the receivers, one on each side. Bailey fumbles the snap, and Waters just has to jump on it on the field just to keep it in possession of NC State. Bailey just took his eyes off it, tried to make the turn. I think he was going to hand off to Waters. He just lost it. Waters just had to jump back at it at the 30. That was a big loss. It's going to be 3rd and long
for the Wolfpack. 3rd and 13 from their own 30.
Right in his left hand, but he, as you mentioned, didn't look it in. And right now, the time that they want to get is number 10, KC Concepcion. They're going to try to get him the ball somewhere where he can make a play in space. They are over 3rd downs here today against NIU's defense.
Huskies show blitz, don't come. Bailey has time, throws middle of the field, almost intercept. Went over the head of one of the Huskies, incomplete. Nate Valcarcel tried to make the interception. He tried to sky up for it. Bailey was way off and trying to get the intended receiver. Valcarcel couldn't sky up to get it. It's going to be incomplete, and the Huskies get a stop on this first drive in the second half for NC State.
Yeah, another 3-and-out for this Husky defense, who basically, we talked about last week, if the Huskies can score next, they basically break the serve of North Carolina State. And here's where field position can come into play. The great punting of Noonkester has been big time here today.
Anytime you bring tennis into this broadcast, I love you.
Yeah.
Noonkester with a high spiral kick. Thompson, fair catches at the Huskies' own 22-yard line. But NIU able to get that first stop. Now the Huskies have their first drive in the second half, trying to take the lead. It's a punt of 48 yards for Caden Noonkester. Huskies down by 3, 17-14, just starting this second half.
How about Noonkester? He is averaging 4 punts, averaging 50 yards a punt. That has been huge. What a weapon he is for the Wolfpack.
Huskies with one receiver to the far side. Hampton in the gun, has Brown to his left. 4 down linemen for the Wolfpack on 1st and 10 for NIU. Hampton has time. Looks over. Now just has to roll to his left. He's under pressure, and he's stripped again. Fumble, and it's picked up again by Brandon Cleveland, and he's going to be taken down at the 1. Hampton fumbled again, picked up by Cleveland. Didn't get the end zone, but very close at the 1, and NC State takes over.
He was flushed out and went to his left, and that's a play that Hampton should have just, either A, threw it away first, or B, taken the sack. Instead, he tried to extend the play, and the Wolfpack basically at the 1-yard line, if they punch it, it'd basically be the second defensive touchdown of the game.
The fumble came off of Davin Van trying to take Hampton down. And Cleveland picked it up and was finally taken down at the 1. So it's a short field for this NC State offense. Up by 3, 17-14 with 13-19 to go here in this third quarter. Bunch set for NC State. Bailey under center. Now it's going to be a wildcat. Waters tries to go up the middle. He's stuffed. He tried to go over the top. And NIU said not happening. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. Second and goal.
I'll tell you what, I'm sorry. And I started laughing. This defense is just incredible.
It is.
They just don't give in. You know how easy it would have been to just let them punch that? I mean, like mentally. But no, they're down there juice. They think they're going to get a stop right now. They just get a tackle for a loss. This is one of the best defenses in the country, NIU. Yes, I said that.
Yeah, it's back at the 2. So NC State lost a yard. Huskies trying to make changes on the defensive side, and the officials hold up the play to get those. Bailey, again in the gun. Second and goal from the 2 from the Wolfpack. A little jet sweep to Concepcion. To the near side, he spins out of 1. He's not going to get back. He's pushed at the 5. Christian Furman, Jaden Dauphin, Quinn Erweiler, all in there. And it's going to be another loss for NC State. They're going to go, he was back at the 4.
That is incredible. We talked about it. The Huskies give up the football offensively at the 1-yard line. And 2 plays later, tackle for loss. This defense just does not give an inch.
And officially mark it between the 3 and the 4-yard line. End zone to our left. On 3rd and goal for NC State, trying to add to a 3-point lead.
Heavy defensive packaging. Wasco's in. They got the big beef up front.
2 receivers for NC State. They're on the far side now. 3. Bailey rolls to his right. Throws, caught. Concepcion, touchdown. On the far side, he angles in. Just a quick out pattern to KC Concepcion. And NC State gets a touchdown. It's now 23-14. Wolfpack with a PAT to come.
Yeah, they can't run the football against NIU. Buffalo couldn't run the football against NIU. That one, they just get the ball to their best player out on the edge, and he was unaccounted for on the edge. And they extend their lead because of the turnover. And I'm going to say it again, it's basically 2 defensive touchdowns. I mean, 2 defensive touchdowns for the Wolfpack, even though it's scored by the offense from 1 yard out.
It's the 4th receiving touchdown for Concepcion this season. PAT up, and it is good. 11:46 to go in the third quarter. Huskies again down by 2 scores. It's NC State 20. They got the weird score up there. Now, yeah, thank you. NC State 24, NIU 14. Again, plenty of time left here in the third quarter. You're listening to NIU Football on the Constantino Law Firm Husky Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Being game day ready means bringing the diehard passion. All in, all the time. And now you can show your Husky pride everywhere you go with the NIU Visa Debit Card. Free with FMBO free checking. Gear up, game on, and give it up for your NIU Huskies every time you pay. The NIU Visa Debit Card, only at FMBO. Proud bank partner of NIU Athletics. Bring it. Get yours today at fmbo.com/Huskies. Member FDIC.
Northwestern Medicine isn't just life-changing for our patients. It can be life-changing for you. Because a career with Northwestern Medicine means you're part of a leading academic health system that offers more paths and opportunities for professional growth and development. Named to the National Honor Roll once again by U.S. News and World Report, Northwestern Medicine is relentless in the pursuit of better medicine. And our people make it possible. Become part of something better. Apply today at jobs.nm.org.
The flagship station for NIU Husky football is 94.9 WDKB.
Huskies, what a great crowd we have for the Buffalo game. And fans, it's time to run it back for UMass next week, October 5th. It's early, 11 a.m. kickoff, which means after the game, you have the afternoon and evening for your other weekend activities. Fans, you now use a promo code HUSKIES20K to purchase reserved seats on the west side for just $20, with East Side General Admission tickets still on sale for $12.50 in honor of the 125th anniversary of NIU Athletics. Go to NIUHuskies.com/tickets and get tickets today. We got plenty of time left here in Carter Finley Stadium in Raleigh, North Carolina. 11:46 to go, third quarter. NC State 24, NIU 14. Just a costly turnover again as the Wolfpack turn it into 6.
Yeah, 3 plays, 1 yard scoring drive before they were stuffed twice on first down and second down for tackles for loss. And basically what you have right now is a Husky offense that has to have some kind of explosive ground game because, check this out, Huskies had not been sacked for 6 consecutive games dating back to last year. They've been sacked 4 times today. Now, when you get sacked, there's a combination. It's everybody. It's not just a quarterback. Sometimes the quarterback doesn't go through his progression. Sometimes the quarterback doesn't, get rid of the football when he should or put it away. Sometimes the line breaks down. But 4 sacks against NIU today after 0 in the last 6 games. And 2 of them have led directly to touchdowns by the Wolfpack.
Again, the Huskies back down by 10, 24-14 with 11:46 to go in the third quarter. Colin Smith will kick it off right to left. End over end kick. Poe again just lets it go over his head. Touchback for the Huskies. They'll start their own 25, left to right, down by 10. Again, plenty of time left, but boy, to me, this seems like a pretty important drive here in this third quarter, Mark.
Well, I think it is for a couple reasons. One, Ethan Hampton has to exude his own personal confidence right now, and he has to get that team the believability factor back with him to them. I think that's why it's so important. You cannot get gun shy right now. You have to come back and make the next play. That's the only way to be an athlete.
Christopher Gore, the receiver to the far side. 1 receiver set. Hampton turns to Brown. He runs to his right and is stood up, just trying to make something happen. It's going to be a loss. It's a loss of 3s. Again, try to get to his right, and the defensive line, for instance, just the penetration comes in. Be 2nd and 13 for NIU back at their own 22.
Probably the 4th, maybe the 5th time they've been behind the sticks on first down, trying to go a little bit of stretch zone on the outside. Too much speed, playing sideline to sideline for the Wolfpack in that 3-3 alignment that they have. Now, what they do is they bring the corners up quite a bit. The 5 defensive back, they bring the corners up quite a bit for run support.
On 2nd and 13 for NIU. And going left to right, just over 11 minutes to play third quarter. Huskies down by 10. Hampton in the pistol has Brown behind him. Hampton hands off to Brown. Cuts it back at the right hash. Has some space. 30, 35. He's going to have enough for a first down, or right at it. Should be enough. First down. Nice gain of 13 for Ontario Brown. First down, NIU.
Well, I'll tell you what, sometimes it's better to be late than early. Ontario Brown using his vision, stuck that right cleat in the ground, cut back, used the vision, made a nice little bit of a jump cut. It looked like it was going to be a 2 or 3 yard gain. Instead, boom, he gets a little bit of acceleration and picks up 13 with that good read with his eyeballs.
Schernitz is back as center, as you've talked about. Just get a little rest in that first half. Hampton under center on 1st and 10 for NIU. Hampton turns, gives to Brown. Up the middle, 40, 45, and then he's gang tackled up at the 47. Little bit of space now for Ontario Brown, right between the hash marks. Another first down for NIU. They get close to midfield.
John Champ with a great block. Zernitz, you had just mentioned him with a great block. And again, a cutback against the grain by Ontario Brown for his second consecutive big pickup, as he now is inching closer to the 100-yard marker. I thought he needed 120 today to win this football game.
They have him for 95 so far. Gavin Williams now in the backfield at Ethan Hampton. Huskies going left to right. They're at their own 47, 1st and 10. 9.5 to go, third quarter. Huskies down by 10. Hampton in the gun. Play action. Hampton now will just run. Tries to make something half the right hash. Spins off one tackler. Now just tries to push the ball, and he does. Almost to midfield. He was hit about the 46, 47. Moved the pile 3 more yards to midfield. It's going to bring up 2nd and mid for NIU. Again, down by 10 with 9:10 to go, third quarter.
And that's why his offensive line that time, they rallied around Hampton. They know he made a play. Could have been a tackle for a loss / sack on that one, but he showed effort, second effort and third effort to not take a loss, but to move the sticks about 3 or 4 yards. Much more manageable play selection for Wesley Bashauner here on second down.
I'm going to say 2nd and 7 for NIU at midfield. Bunch set formation as Demopoulos is in motion to the near side. Hampton under center. Hands off to Brown. He'll go to his right. Tries to cut at midfield. Just nothing there. He tried to string it out as much as he could to the near side. There's just nothing there. It's going to bring up 3rd and 7 for NIU at midfield.
Literally 5 red hats, Wolfpack hats to the football right there, joining the party. And they are basically gang tackling Ontario Brown right now, each and every chance they get. If you do any kind of misdirection with him, then you might have a big play on the weak side.
Huskies on 3rd down, 4 of 8. It's 3rd and 7 for NIU at midfield, going left to right. Just over 8 minutes to play in the third. Huskies down by 10. Hampton in the gun. 3 receivers set. Barnes in motion. Hampton looking to throw. Far side, and it's incomplete. It's out of the hands of Grayson Barnes. Tightly defended by one of the NC State linebackers. Good play, incomplete. Bring up 4th down for NIU.
Yeah, DeMarcus Cooley was with him step for step on the crossing pattern from the tight end. Cooley was with him, had his eyes on the prize right there. The nickel, his job was one man and one man only, and that was tight end in that situation.
Jalen Coit sets up shop at his own 8, waiting for the punt from Tom Foley. Foley really needs a good punt here. Pin back NC State. Foley, nice high spiral kick. Coit is going to let it bounce. Thank you very much. Bounces inside the 10, inside the 5, still rolls, and then it's touched by NIU at the 4. Exactly what NIU needed. Foley with a 41-yard punt. NC State will have the ball after this media timeout with 7:43 to go. Third quarter from Raleigh. NC State 24, Huskies 14. You're listening to NIU football on the Constantino Law Firm Husky Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Dear football fans, Toyota's roster of all-star vehicles are ready for kickoff. Drive the field in style with a Camry or Corolla. Upgrade your ground game with the versatile RAV4. Or there's Grand Highlander and Tundra, our full-size Defenders. And here's an extra point. All these vehicles come with available all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. Visit Toyota.com or head to your local Toyota dealership. Toyota, let's go places.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like to check that your guests like spicy first before serving atomic hot wings.
Who's hungry?
Oh,
What are these?
You don't like them? Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. Water. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Husky pride and sounding good in your ride. 94.9 WDKB.
7:43 to go, third quarter here from Raleigh. Carter, Finley Stadium. 16th straight sellout for NC State. They're up by 10, 24-14. They'll have the ball going right to left from their own 4-yard line as we head down the sidelines. Terry Bonadonna. Terry, looks like the NIU defense is going to have to step up again and get another stop.
Yeah, they've been doing it so far, and this is really the first time all game they've been put in good position. The offense hasn't been moving the ball quite as well, but they also have had some tough field position themselves. They've been pinned back a few times. One negative note for the offense, I have gotten official word that Trayvon Rudolph is done for the rest of the day. He's been out of this game since the first quarter. Got shaken up, I think, on the first catch he made on the first drive. So they will be without their number one receiver for the rest of the day, guys.
Terry, thank you. That's not great news. Again, Trayvon Rudolph made a big-time catch early in the game, and we already have Dane Partridge out. He did not make the trip. So Huskies down a little bit on the receiving end. We've seen Christopher Gore come in. Gore, the redshirt freshman's come in. We've seen a little bit of George Demopoulos, a freshman. So Huskies, again, have to step up. But now it's the defense that means to make another stop, Mark.
Well, they've done it all day long. You know, conspicuous by his absence was Trayvon Rudolph, and we were not privy to any kind of injury situation. But now Terry Bonadonna so splendidly reported that bad news.
So NC State again going right to left at their own 4, up by 10. Bailey in the gun has Raphael to his left. In motion is Jackson. Bailey hands off to Raphael, has some space to the right, now cuts back inside the hash marks up to the 10, give him the 11-yard line on a run to the right for Kendrick Raphael, the sophomore from Naples, Florida. 3 down for NC State.
Jordan Hanson just inserted in on this drive. He came up and made that tackle one-on-one, squared up, but pretty good first down pickup for NC State. If there's ever a time for a 3-and-out, it's right here because Foley did his job with a 41-yard punt, pinning them back inside their 5. This is where you want to make them have to punt from.
Wolfpack spread it out. 3 receivers set. In motion is Rogers to the far side. Quick screen to the right side. No. Incomplete. And a flag late. Bailey was trying to make the throw, and a Husky defender came in and hit him high. It's Roy Williams trying to make the throw. It's going to be roughing the pass.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense, number 97. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Yeah, he blew that play up, and then at the end of the play, picked up that penalty. Tough situation. That moves the ball back outside, almost to the 25-yard line. And Huskies had that chance, put a lot of pressure right there, but second personal foul penalty on Williams here today. One was on the boundary early in the first half.
It's the 6th penalty on NIU. 7:02 to go, third quarter. Wolfpack up by 10. Again, a run right up the gut on the right hash, up to the 30. Gain of 4. 2nd and 6 for the Wolfpack, going right to left, using some time. Now they'll go quickly.
First time they've gone tempo.
Bailey in the gun, claps his hands. Play action. Now just has to run it, and he's taken down. Nice play by Roy Williams coming in, getting that stop again. Bailey tried to make a move, and Williams just kind of threw him down. Nice play from Williams.
That was an outstanding play because what they wanted a little bit of ball out in the flat. Huskies took that away on the outside, and then Williams, it could have been a big-time play for Bailey and his feet, but one-on-one in spaces, he just flipped them around from the waist and moved them down to third in unenviable position here once again, where there are only 1 out of 7, that one being the touchdown pass on 3rd and 4 on the previous drive.
So it's 3rd and 8 for the Wolfpack, right to left, at ball at the far hash. Huskies looking like they're going to blitz. Bailey steps back, throws, middle of the field. It's out of the hands of Christian Furman at the 35. He had it in his hands, incomplete. Christian Furman almost had his 2nd interception of the season, but NC State will have to punt, and the defense comes up big again and gets a stop.
Furman got his left hand on the football, but it was thrown actually behind Furman as well. Poorly thrown pass that time by Bailey, but he got away from it. got away with it, and Huskies going to get the football back.
Cam Thompson sitting at his own 20, waits for the punt from Caden Newcastle. He's just had a fantastic punt. This one not as great, not a lot of airtime. It's going to bounce. Thompson picks up at the 20, has space, 25. Then he's spun down at the 30. Cam Thompson, though, gets some positive yards. It's a 48-yard punt and a 4-yard return for NIU as we have the timeout. We'll take it as well. 5:47 to go, third quarter. NC State 24, Huskies 14. Huskies have the ball. You're listening to NIU football on the Constantino Law Firm Husky Sports Network from Van Wagner.
In a world of long wait times, lowered expectations, and increased frustration, the Constantino Law Firm, LLC, remains a fully staffed, full-service law firm serving individuals and small businesses in Northern Illinois. We are committed to the traditional values of service and respect for our clients. We have over 60 years of experience and focus on real estate, civil, criminal, family law, estate planning, probate, DCFS defense, and personal injury matters. We have 3 locations, and we actually answer the phone. Call 815-758-4441 or online at ConstantinoLaw.net.
You want Jersey Mike's signature sub, you get a number 13 original Italian. You want a dramatic radio idea? You get me. Like this. I'm the 7th-string quarterback and the other 6 quarterbacks go down. The coach yells, DeVito, you're in. The crowd is worried until I throw a touchdown. But the other team is celebrating. Apparently, I threw the Jersey Mike's number 13 original Italian I was eating on the sidelines. Whoops. The number 13 original Italian, Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Your radio home for NIU football is 94.9 WDKB.
Toyota's national sales event is on. Visit your local Toyota dealer and snap the Toyota that's right for you. Hurry in now before it all ends. Toyota, let's go places. Also, Jersey Mike's uses only the highest quality of meat sliced right in front of you, piled high with the freshest toppings. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. 5:47 to go, third quarter. Carter Finley Stadium here in Raleigh.
On the previous play, there was an invalid fair catch signal. It's first down at the 19-yard line.
Another penalty for NIU. 5:47, third quarter. NC State 24, NIU 14. Andy Garcia alongside Mark Lindo here in the booth. Terry Bonadonna down on the sidelines, and Amy Michaels, our producer, director, back in the network studios. Again, another penalty pushes NIU back.
That's 7 on the day. The Huskies had been one of the least penalized teams in the MAC. They were actually last year the least penalized team in only 3 a game through the first couple games, but that's been a problem today. The other problem is NIU with 174 yards of total offense compared to 135 for the Wolfpack. But that being said, the Wolfpack, Andy, they have 9 TFLs against NIU, get behind the sticks for 54 yards. So if you take yards gained, I mean, NIU would be in the 225s or something. So it's a negative plays last week against Buffalo, and this week, along with the turnovers, where NIU now in the season is -3 on the season. And unfortunately, those 3 the last couple weeks have all led directly to opponents' touchdowns.
I don't think NIU needs to go away from the run game. Ontario Brown with 95 yards, but you have to have a little bit more pressure coming your way. You got to get going a little bit here, Mark. Ethan Hampton's going to have to make some plays, plain and simple.
There's no doubt. And Brown, he's had much more success on the inside zone than he has on the outside stretch play. So we'll see where they try to probe the defense. Now he goes in motion as a receiver.
First and 10 for NIU at their own 19, going left to right. Hampton has time, looking to throw middle of the field, and that is incomplete. Trying to get to receiver. Incomplete. Right in the middle of the field from NIU. Applegate was the intended receiver. Just a little bit off the mark that time from Hampton.
Well, they spread things out. They take Brown out of the backfield, try to spread out the defense, bring the tight end over the middle. And that's been a well-covered situation by the Wolfpack here today.
Huskies back in the pistol on 2nd and 10 at their own 19. Applegate, Lampy in motion to the far side. 2 receivers to the near for NIU. Hampton, handoff, Brown. Tries to go right up the left hash, not much there. Gain of 2 up to the 21. It's going to bring up 3rd and long for NIU. Boy, see if Husky offense can get something going, just a big play, something, keep this drive going. You're down by 10. NC State up 24-14 with 5:25 to go and counting in the third.
NIU 4-9 on 3rd down conversions. This one not real manageable. Cam Thompson time, you would think.
Demopolis, McElroy, the receivers to the near side. Hampton will be in the gun. 3 receivers set. Williams moves to the right now of Hampton. Hampton waits for the snap. It'll be a handoff. Williams to the left, cuts up 25, broken 30, tripped up, but he gets enough for the first down up to the 32. A nice hole on the left side for Gavin Williams, the senior. A gain of 11, first down NIU, and the drive continues.
Gavin Williams, will remember, started his career at Iowa, where he once had a 100-yard game. A straight zone defense. They go about 50-50 zone and man-to-man to North Carolina. Say they caught him in the zone. He had a nice seam to run in.
Huskies will go quick. They lined up quickly, but they go to the sidelines for the play. Thompson, McElroy, Demopoulos, the 3 receivers to the near side. Williams again in the gun, the Hampton's right. Handoff Williams again right up the middle. Pushes forward for a gain, right at the far left hash. Not much there on first down for NIU. 2nd and 9 at their own 33. 4:10 and counting here in the third. Huskies down by 10. On the road in Raleigh.
North Carolina State, much like University of Buffalo last week, just shooting the gaps in the offensive line of NIU, just trying to disrupt blocking schemes. When you do that, you can make plays. But when you do that, you have a vulnerability to a big play.
Hampton in the pistol. Brown behind him on 2nd and 9. Ball at the left hash. Brown tries to make a move, spins at the left hash past the 35 up to the 36. It's just tough going right now between the hash marks right now. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 7. And
injured Wolfpack player.
88 is hurt. That is Isaiah Shirley, a redshirt freshman from Boone, North Carolina. We heard a little bit about Boone, North Carolina. That's where App State is. Liberty was supposed to play at App State today, and we're not really exaggerating. We've heard a lot of Boone is underwater, including a lot of App State University.
Some tragic loss of homes and real estate and such through the storm of Helene. And Shirley, he was converted. He was a tight end last year. Moved to defensive end this year. Guy had 196 tackles in high school, but he had 41 tackles for loss in high school. Then they moved him to offensive tight end as Dave Dorn comes back after checking on his defensive end.
Shirley's being treated at the far 36-yard line to our left. Let's go down to Terry Bonadonna. Terry, give me a little bit of a history lesson if you can.
Well, you guys have talked a little bit about Dave Doran, head coach at NC State, and the former NIU coach about 10 years ago. The first time that NIU ever played a game against one of their former coaches was, in fact, their first coach, John L. Keith, whose full name, by the way, was John Alexander Holkeith. So you tell me what the L stands for. I have no idea. He was a man after Mark's own heart, multi-sport coach. He was the first ever football coach at NIU, the first ever basketball coach at NIU, and he was also a teacher. He was a teacher of teachers at what was at the time known as Northern Illinois State Normal School. He coached against NIU when he went to Illinois State in 1907. NIU lost that game 16-0, guys.
Terry, thank you very much. It's 3rd and 6 for NIU now at their own 36, going left to right. 3:05 and counting third quarter. Huskies down by 10. Barnes in motion on the near side. 3 receivers to the near, 1 to the far. Hampton has time, looking to throw. Near side, and it's incomplete. And it's a flag. It was out of the grasp with Grayson Barnes, with the Huskies get the flag. And this one is going to be on Bishop Fitzgerald of NC State. And that'll give NIU a first down on a penalty.
Grayson Barnes on a crossing pattern. He came from the boundary side.
Pass interference.
Across the
defense.
Field.
Number 7.
And got a little bit of hold.
Foul.
It was
automatic.
on
Down.
Bishop Fitzgerald, the safety, who was in charge of the tight end coming across the middle. Huskies get a break there. Mistake by NC State, moves the chains.
It's going to move it up to the 42-yard line of NIU, going left to right, down by 10 here on the road. Huskies in the road white jerseys, black letters and numbers, black pants. NC State in the home reds with the white letters, white numbers, black pants. 1st and 10 for NIU. Down by 10. Hampton in the gun, has Brown to his left. Play action. Hampton looking to throw. He's going deep. He's got Thompson. Can he make the catch? No. He tried to make the catch, falling on his back at the 7. Incomplete. 2nd down and 10
for NIU.
Huskies go long ball, and Thompson got twisted around. He tried to basically catch that ball while he was laying with his back on the turf. Husky player down to the 32-yard line, but that was a shot the NIU goes for. A decent opportunity to make a big play. They just could not convert. Converted one earlier to McElroy for a big play toward the end of the first half that led to that late touchdown at half number one for NIU, trailing 24-14 here.
Terry, I did not get that number. I do not know who that is. I want to make sure I have it right. It is Cam Thompson. So Cam Thompson was down at the 32 to our right after trying to make that catch.
So here's joining us, Trayvon Rudolph, Huskies fine multi-purpose but quote-unquote receiver out of this football game. Dane Partridge out of this football game, did not dress. Cam Thompson, who's been a go-to guy the last couple of weeks, he gets helped off the field by Heath Duncan, Ben Castor, and Maria Reyes, all helping him off the field there, but he looks like he'll be okay to come back in.
There was a chance there, Mark. He was open. He had some space. Just couldn't make the catch. So it's 2nd and 10 for NIU, back at their own 42, going left to right. 2:48 to go, third quarter. Huskies down by 10. And it's a wildcat for NIU. Brown will take the snap. Tries to go right up the middle. Not much there. Caden Fordham blocked the hole at the near right hash. And it's going to bring up 3rd and 10. Nothing there on the wildcat to Ontario Brown.
Yeah, Hampton went out right, and everybody's playing run on that one. No doubt. You know, we saw Justin Lynch run the Wildcats so effectively last year and have not seen that very seldom this year.
See what NIU can do on 3rd and 10 from their own 42. Ball set at the near right hash. Hampton in the gun. Williams to his right. Gore, the receiver, to the near side. McElroy and Donopoulos, now Barnes on the far. Hampton has time, looking to throw. Middle of the field, and it's caught! Caught right between the hash marks, past midfield. I don't know if it's enough for the first down. Made his catch by George Demopoulos, the freshman from Crystal Lake, Illinois. It's short by less than a yard. He's inside the 49 of the Wolfpack. And you know NIU's going to go for it.
Yeah, this is a no-brainer to go for this one. You got to be able to move the pile literally, what is it, a foot?
Justin Lynch is in the huddle. On 4th and 1 at the Wolfpack 49. Ball set right between the hash marks.
Game situation here in this one.
Hampton will go under center. Bunch formation. All 22 players in between the hash marks. It's Lampy up the middle. He's got it. First down to the Wolfpack 46-yard line.
What a weapon he is, because you just feel with his lower body and his upper body strength that no matter what kind of surge pad level the defensive line plays with, he is going to be able to move the pile enough, and he certainly did just there. Second time today for Lampley to move the pile on a short yardage situation. The drive's alive.
Under 50 seconds late. Mark, when did this drive start?
Started their own 19 with 5:47 to go. They've had the football for over 5 minutes on this drive.
Hampton in the pistol. Handoff Brown up the middle. Breaks some tackles. 35. Another first down for NIU. Taken down right between the hash marks at the 35. A gain of 11. Brown right up the gut. And that might be the last play of the third quarter.
Brown 111 yards, and they are hard-earned here today. But he is a warrior.
They might get one more off. Hampton, handoff again. Brown cuts to his right. Spins to the right hash. Gain of 2. Down to the 33. Huskies going left to right, and that will do it for the third quarter. So NIU on a nice drive. It's using some time. Huskies down 2 scores. We're looking to take that down a little bit more as we come back for the last 15 minutes here. Carter Finley Stadium here in Raleigh. We go to the fourth. NC State 24, NIU 14. You're listening to NIU Football on the Constantino Law Firm Husky Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Northwestern Medicine isn't just life-changing for our patients. It can be life-changing for you, because a career with Northwestern Medicine means you're part of a leading academic health system that offers more paths and opportunities for professional growth and development. Named to the National Honor Roll once again by U.S. News and World Report, Northwestern Medicine is relentless in the pursuit of better medicine. And our people make it possible. Become part of something better. Apply today at jobs.nm.org.
Listen, the football landscape has changed a lot. NIL deals, social media, the transfer portal. There's never been more distractions for an athlete. But Powerade knows what's most important, the commitment to the game. With 50% more electrolytes than Gatorade Thirst Quencher, Powerade hydrates athletes as they block out the noise and put in the work. Hydrate your grind with Powerade. Grab a pack today at a store near you. See product label for additional details. It takes more.
NIU football lives here. 94.9 WDKB.
Attention Husky Nation, join the celebration as the NIU Athletics Hall of Fame inducts its class of 2024. It all takes place in the historic Duke Ellington Ballroom at the Home Student Center on Friday, October 18th at 7 o'clock p.m. You're invited. Admission is free. It's going to be a fun event. Again, that is Friday night, October 18th, 7 p.m. as NIU Athletics has their Hall of Fame induction for class of 2024 on the 18th, 7 p.m. Be there. Come join us. It'll be a lot of fun as we start the fourth quarter here in Raleigh, Carter Finley Stadium. Andy Garcia alongside Mark Lindo here up high in the booth. Terry Bonadonna is on the sidelines. Amy Michaels in the network studios. It's 24-14 NC State, but NIU down to the Wolfpack 33-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They had the football 5 minutes and 47 seconds to finish that quarter. Drive still alive. Now, last week, I'm just doing this for illustrative purposes, the Huskies outgained the Bulls 359 to 184 and ran 30 more plays. That's how they dominated. Today, at 216 to 135, they have beaten the Wolfpack in that category and have run 51 plays to 34. So those things add up to wins, right? Not when you turn the ball over and lose that part of the battle. But you're hanging around. This team doesn't flinch, Andy Garcia.
No.
They never flinch. They didn't flinch against Notre Dame. And right now, the believability factor, honestly, is with NIU. They punched this one in. They have a superlative chance to finish this football game with a win on the road.
So coming out of this fourth quarter, the NIU again, they'll be going right to left. Ethan Hampton's day, 8 of 14 passing, 114 yards, 1 touchdown. That was the Cam Thompson from 6 yards out. But it's, as Mark talked about, it's been a couple fumbles from Hampton, a strip fumble that turned into a 6 for NC State, and then another fumble that NC State got it down to the NIU 1. They knock it in there. But still, through all that, the defense has played well, and it's still a 2-score game with NIU as we have 15 minutes to go in the fourth.
And he still had a chance to make some plays. I told you, Andy, if you remember, with 5:46 going in the third quarter during a timeout, I said, got to score on this drive. Well, they're marching, but they got to finish this drive.
Denopoulos is the receiver to the far side. Hampton under center. A little play action. Hampton looking to throw, and it's going to be nothing. They tried to get the screen out to Ontario Brown, but nothing was there. It didn't matriculate, and it's going to be incomplete.
Now, what they did is they faked the jet sweep. All the action came to the nearest side of the field. They got Evan Buss out in front of Ontario Brown toward the boundary, but there was one red shirt staying right at home. That was Devon Van, who once again basically forced Hampton to very smartly throw that ball away.
It's 3rd and 8 at Wolfpack 33. Do you go for it? Is this 2 plays or is this a field? We'll see what happens.
Yeah, it depends on what happens on this play.
Hampton in the gun. 4 receivers set. Barnes in motion, back to the near side. Hampton has time, throws, middle of the field, and it's an incomplete pass. McElroy tried to go high up in the near left hash, trying to make a one-handed catch. Incomplete out of, that's going to see what happens now on 4th down. Andrew McElroy tried to make a second great catch. He could not grab that one.
KJ Martin was with him step for step. McElroy tried to go up with his left hand.
Illegal motion, offense, number 81. That penalty is declined. 4th down.
So the ball is at the 33. So you're looking at a 51-yarder.
And they're going to try it.
There's not much wind, Mark. I mean, there is no wind right now in the stadium.
Now, Cannon Woodall would have told Coach Hammock and Adam Bresky, special teams coordinator, he would have told them, I think I can do it from this distance.
It's a 50-yarder attempt for Cannon Woodall. Ball will be set at the far right hash. Hatfield snap, hold from Foley. Kick is up. It's got the distance, and it is good from 50 yards out for Cannon Whittle. His longest of the season,
And now it's a one-score game, 24-17 with 14:46 to go in the fourth.
Execution, Hatfield the snap, Foley the hole. Woodle kept his head down like a golfer would or like a baseball player, and he had that one with plenty to spare. And the Huskies don't get in the end zone, but they do make it a one-score game from 50 yards out.
You know, I'm not a, psychic, but you're waiting for that one turnover to come for NIU.
Yes.
Like, it just seems like you can get maybe one turnover. We saw it with Notre Dame, right? Amari Knighton getting that interception. It just seems like NIU needs that one play to make something happen. And remember, you got a true freshman for NC State. See if the Huskies can put some pressure on them and no penalties. 24-17 NC State, 14:46 to go in the fourth here in Raleigh. Huskies will kick right to left.
14 plays. The Huskies had the football. 14 plays, 48 yards, and they had it 6 minutes and 1 second. 6:01 time of possession.
Austin Bullock will kick it off. In the air, high, and over end. Nice kick, and be a touchback for the Wolfpack. So again, they'll go left to right. They'll start at their own 25. Wolfpack up by 7. Still plenty of time left, but not many drives left. CJ Bailey, the redshirt freshman, has a receiving touchdown, a running touchdown.
The best thing CJ Bailey has done today.
Look at this formation. You got a whole bunch. You've got 3 down linemen on the far sideline as Bailey gets a little jet sweep to Concepcion. He cuts up right in between the hash marks to the 30. Weird setup. Concepcion, though, with a gain of 6 up to the 31 of the Wolfpack. 2nd and 4.
They had 7 people to the boundary and only 3 people here to the field side. They put Concepcion in motion, trying to basically spread
it's a numbers
out.
game.
Yeah, they tried to spread out the NIU defense and get Concepcion a chance to use his wiggle ability. He's got some twitch.
Grimes on the far side, one receivers. On 2nd and 4. Bailey, play action, throws to the near side. That's Waters. He's got space. 35, 40, up to the 45. Wide open look for Jordan Waters on the near side. Gain of 14. Working the near side, and it's a first down for NC State.
Waters was a transfer from Duke, so of course he played with Riley Leonard, Notre Dame's quarterback, and his Duke career, Duke just a few miles down the road from where we're at right now.
1st and 10 for the Wolfpack, left to right at their own 45. They're up by 7, 13-38 and counting here in the fourth. Bailey and the gun's got a receiver to each side. Now puts Waters in motion to the far side. Hand off Kendrick to the left. Skylar Howard ties him up just past the 46. They can give him the 47. Gain of 2, 2nd and 8.
I know that the Huskies, every team does this, of course, but they really put an emphasis on first guy to the football, tackle, second guy strip this week, and they just have not been able to get the football down on the ground and recover one. There was one fumble by NC State. That's a ball that just flat out was dropped by CJ Bailey, their freshman quarterback.
2nd and 8 now for the Wolfpack. Bailey in the gun at their own 47. Bailey, play action, has time. Now under pressure, spins out of one tackler, now just runs to the near side. Goes out of bounds, past midfield. They're going to say he's marked out at the 47. It's a gain of 6. It's 3rd and short for NC State now.
That's how dangerous he is. His ability to get a little bit of 360 spin, got out of jail on a would-be sack. Instead, extends the play with his legs to a tune of that 6-yard get up, and they have 3rd down and manageable here.
It's 3rd and 4 at the Husky 49. Big 3rd down play. Wolfpack today, 1 of 8. Bailey, shotgun. Pressure's coming. Bailey under pressure. He's sacked. He's taken down. It's Nate Valcarcel getting in there and Quinn Erweiler. Big sack for NIU.
Well, I tell you what, they love to dial up safety blitzes. Santana Banner does it sometime. Valcarcel's been the best of it. First time they've gotten to Bailey today. And as that play developed, maybe it was wishful thinking, but I just thought they were going to go ahead and strip him because that ball was down by his waist, was Bailey when he tried to put it away. Husky defense holds.
Loss of 11. Kane Noonkester will kick from his own 25, going left to right. Snap. Plenty of time to kick. Nice high spiral. Thompson backs up at his 5 to the 10. On his feet, tries to go to the outside far side, no, and has to cut it back up. He's losing space. Now it goes back to the 15, taken down. Look, just trying to make something happen, going back and forth on the far side. But Cam Thompson gets it up to the 14 for NIU, so it's going to be NIU going right to left, but they'll have the ball down by 7 with 11:21 to go in the fourth. Oh, don't go anywhere now. You got to stay with us now. We'll take the timeout. 11:21 to go, fourth quarter. NC State 24. NIU 17, but the Huskies will have the ball. You're listening to NIU football on the Constantino Law from Husky Sports Network. From Van Wagner.
Being game day ready means bringing the diehard passion. All in, all the time. And now you can show your Husky pride everywhere you go with the NIU Visa Debit Card. Free with FMBO free checking. Gear up, game on, and give it up for your NIU Huskies every time you pay. The NIU Visa Debit Card, only at FMBO. Proud bank partner of NIU Athletics. Bring it. Get yours today at fmbo.com/Huskies. Member FDIC.
You want Jersey Mike's signature sub, you get a number 13 original Italian. You want a dramatic radio idea? You get me. Like this. I'm the 7th string quarterback and the other 6 quarterbacks go down. The coach yells, DeVito, you're in. The crowd is worried until I throw a touchdown. But the other team is celebrating. Apparently, I threw the Jersey Mike's number 13 original Italian I was eating on the sidelines. Whoops. The number 13 original Italian, Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
The flagship station for NIU Husky football is 94.9 WDKB.
Husky basketball is right around the corner. Practice has started. The complete schedules are out, and it is time to get those basketball season tickets. Men's basketball season tickets start at $105 for general admission seats, or get a reserved seat for $120. Women's basketball season tickets are just $35 for general admission seats and $50 for reserved tickets in great locations. Discounts available for NIU faculty and staff, NIU Alumni Association, senior citizens, and varsity club members. Go to NIUHuskies.com/tickets or call 815-753-PACK. That's 815-753-7225 to get your Husky basketball season tickets. Mark Lindo, I know courtside tickets are going very quickly, so get your courtside tickets or just get any tickets. Husky men's and women's basketball not too far away. We got 11:21 to go, fourth quarter. Andy Garcia alongside Mark Lindo in the booth, Terry Bonadonna down on the sidelines, and Amy Michaels in the network studios. Plenty of time, over 11 minutes. Huskies down by 7. They're at their own 14, make it the 15, going right to left, try to tie things up.
Huskies got to assert themselves up front right now. Champ today making his 32nd start. Lippy his 38th. Zernich his 37th. Malcor and Buss with multiple starts up front. These guys are a unit. They got to work in sync with the running backs right now. Pass protect Hampton and give Brown one seam to work with.
Bunch formation. Hampton now under center. Now it's going to be a wildcat to Brown. Brown fumbled it, gets it back. Not much there. He maybe gained a 1 or 2 to the left. All of his momentum really got lost when he fumbled it. He had to get it back in his hands and then tried to go to his left. They're going to give him a gain of 1. So it's 2nd and 9 now at the Huskies' 16-yard line.
So a little bit of a little change up in that wildcat. What they did is Hampton lined up in the pistol. Then he went under center, lickety split, then got out of there. And the lone back was Brown, but he was looking for his hole before he looked the football into his hands.
Thompson and Demopolis, the receivers to the near side. Hampton in the pistol. Now puts Williams in motion. Back to the near side. Brown behind Hampton. Hampton, play action. Hampton looking to throw. Right side caught. Thompson up to the 30-yard line. Oh, check that. Down to the 27. Not quite the 30, but it's enough for a first down. Gain of 12. Hampton finds Cam Thompson, first down Huskies.
Just a little bit of hitch patterns, finding a part of the zone. What they've done, North Carolina State, they've gone more zone defense, not trying to give up a big play. That was just a hitch. He turned right inside, on time, on target. Hampton with one of his best throws of the day. He's 9 out of 17, 125 yards.
First and 10 for NIU, going right to left. Ball set at the near left hash. Their own 27. Hampton again in the pistol, has Brown behind him. Handoff, Brown tries to find an opening right between the hash marks. Not much there. It's just a stone wall. Brown got back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 10 for NIU. The clock is counting. 9:47, 9:46 to go in the fourth. Huskies down 24-17.
Cardiac canines are at it again. All they do is play close games. But you know what? When you're on the road against an ACC team, you've put yourself in position to win this ball game late, and that's where they're at right now here in Raleigh, North Carolina, on a hot, sunny September day.
Huskies, number 1 in the nation and one-score record since 2015. Let's see if they can do it again.
They played 57 one-score games in the last 9 years, the most in the FBS.
2nd and 10. Hampton rolls to his left, throws near side. Oh, what a catch for Grayson Barnes. On the run, able to get a foot down, near side 30. Gain of 3. The California kid, though, making a huge catch. Going to bring up 3rd down and 7.
He has such strong hands. We've mentioned it before. If you've seen Grayson Barnes at home, that was another one of those catches where he just snatches the ball out of the air, but knew where he's at by the boundary and was able to get at least 1 foot down to make that catch and set up 3rd down here for Hampton.
3rd and 7. Huskies going right to left at their own 30. Ball set at the near left hash. Huskies need another 3rd down conversion. Demopoulos in motion to the near side, far side. Hampton waits a snap, has it. Has time, now pressure coming, it's taken down, sack. Pressure came right up the gut. We've seen that today. Wolfpack defense got in again. T-Mac Cooley gets in there in the sack. Huskies have to punt.
Long linebacker Sean Brown, he came on a blitz. They busted up the blocking seam on the left side. Brown came up the middle, as you mentioned, and that is the 5th sack against Hampton. The good news is he put that one away and averted any kind of turnover.
Foley back at his own 8 to our right. He'll boot it away. Spiral kick. Coit's going to let it drop again. It's going to take a Husky bounce at the 40 down to the 36. So the Wolfpack have at their own 36 going left to right. And we've got a immediate timeout. It's a punt of 34 yards. And again, the Husky defense is going to have to come up big. With 7:56 go, fourth quarter in Raleigh. NC State 24, Huskies 17. You're listening to NIU football on the Constantino Law Firm Husky Sports Network. From Van Wagner.
Right now at Old National, we've got this incredible checking offer.
Hey. Hi.
He's here for the checking.
I love checking. Okay. You know what? For a bonus that big, fine. Bring on the checking.
Oh, it's not that type of checking. You just download the app.
Yeah, no, I'm just stretching. Where do I sign?
Earn up to a $450 bonus when you open a checking account at Old National, official bank of the Big Ten.
You want Jersey Mike's signature sub, you get a number 13 original Italian. You want a dramatic radio idea? You get me. Like this. I'm the 7th string quarterback and the other 6 quarterbacks go down. The coach yells, DeVito, you're in. The crowd is worried until I throw a touchdown. But the other team is celebrating. Apparently, I threw the Jersey Mike's number 13 original Italian I was eating on the sidelines. Whoops. The number 13 original Italian, Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Husky pride and sounding good in your ride. 94.9 WDKB.
7:56 to go, fourth quarter here from Carter Finley Stadium, Raleigh, North Carolina. NC State 24, NIU 17. Andy Garcia alongside Mark Lindo here in the booth. Terry Bonadonna on the sidelines. And again, that Husky defense will be on the field. It's been a physical game. We've seen a little bit of special teams, some defense come up. And again, we've been kind of a broken record here. Huskies having to fight through some injuries. But again, see if NIU can get a stop.
Yeah, if you're just joining us, Trayvon Rudolph went out after making a nice catch in the first quarter. Has not played, 3 quarters of this football game, but will not return. Dane Partridge did not dress for this football game. The nice wide receiver made a great catch last week and was injured on that one on the crossing pattern. Remember, the Huskies have not had Kenji Lewis, the transfer. They have not had him the entire season. They do hope to have him back. So 3 offensive weapons in the receiving department have not been impactful for NIU because of injuries. And throw out one more, Ray Thomas, fine defensive end who led the nation with defensive lineman tackles, has not played yet for the Huskies. They're hopeful that he can get back at some point. But I'll tell you what, as good as he is, this defensive line is going to be a tough nut to crack. This defense has done everything, and I'll repeat that, everything this entire football season except gain turnovers. They have not been able to gain turnovers. They had a key interception. The one that helped win the Notre Dame game. Can they get one more takeaway here late?
Wolfpack left to right at their own 36. Bailey will turn, give the Waters. He's bumped in the backfield, able to go forward to gain one, but Ivan Davis got into the backfield, couldn't take him down. Give Waters 1 yard up to the 37-yard line. 2nd and 9 now for the Wolfpack. Huskies down by 7 with 7:40 and counting in the fourth.
Yeah, Davis just blew that play up in the defensive end position. Whoever is in the football game up front makes plays. Jordan Gillies' defensive line has just been stellar today and always. Devontae O'Malley's been relatively quiet today. We know what kind of player he is.
4 receivers set for NC State. On 2nd and 9 at their 37. Concepcion in motion to the far side. Bailey, shotgun snap, has time to throw. Looking, middle of the field, caught by Raphael. Coming out of the backfield, up to the 45, up to the 47, and that'll be a first down for NC State. First down for the Wolfpack. Move the chains with another 7 minutes to play.
And I had my eyes on that particular play on O'Malley because of what I just said, and he was double teamed once again. So they are very aware of number 8 in white, not letting him get a quarterback untouched. Double teams he is drawing now is O'Malley.
Would you bring a little bit more pressure? Would you bring a little more blitzing here and make the freshman make some plays?
I would do that because you're going to get first down. You're thinking run right now anyway. So if you think it's a run play, you come middle blitz.
1st and 10 for the Wolfpack at their own 47. Hand off to the right to Waters. Tried to string it out. Nice play from Pierce Opong. Gain of 2 up to the 49 of the Wolfpack. 2nd and 8, 6:10 to go. Wolfpack up by 7. And again, they're going to use some of this time.
They're going to use everything they can to shorten this football game now. 6:02 and counting.
Don't forget, both teams have 3 timeouts, and you get the 2-minute timeout as the Wolfpack break the huddle. 2nd and 8 at their own 49. Bailey in the pistol. Kendrick behind him. Receiver in motion. And we got a penalty.
They jumped. Did North Carolina State.
They did. This is going to be on NC State. We've had to quiet.
Ball start. Offense, number 82. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
We'll take it.
And with Forsett, Santana Banner kept creeping up like it was a blitz from the outside. And that made them jump as they were going to try to pick up the would-be blitz. Gets them behind the sticks now.
He's not throwing deep, Mark.
Yeah. Well, this is what you want right now. You want them to, put Bailey in a would-be throw situation. That's when you get a pick against a freshman.
4 receivers set, 2 to each side. Bailey in the gun has Raphael to his left. Bailey has the snap. Has time. Still looking. Now the pressure collapses. He's going to go to his left. Looking to throw on the run, and it's incomplete. Went through the hands of Noah Rogers. Good defense that time from NIU too. So incomplete pass. It's going to bring up 3rd and 13 for NC State at their own 44. The clock stops with 5:17 to play in the fourth, and NIU down by 7.
And we talked about this before the opening kickoff. It's hot. It's 80 degrees. It's bright sunshine. Conditioning. You're right now playing with basically the conditioning that you've done year in and year out all season long. And the adrenaline is starting to flow on both teams right now.
Big play. 3rd and 13 for the Wolfpack. Left to right at their own 44. Ball set at the near right hash. 5 receivers set. And flag. Delay of game on NC State.
Delay of game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
So they've had 2 penalties in a row that have hurt them going backwards. If I'm Robert Ane with the blessing of Dave Dorn, I don't put this ball up. You know why? I got a weapon of a punter in Caden Newcastle. I go ahead and let him try to kick the ball 50 yards like he's done all day and not have the freshman put the ball up in danger here.
They'll spread it out again, though. 4 receivers set. Now, Wolfpack at their own 39. It's 3rd and 18. Bailey will just look to run. Between the hash marks, nothing there. Devontae O'Malley stood him up. Also, there was Jake Gassaway And you can hear the Bluebirds out now for NC State. And I was wondering, nope. Clock is going to run under 5 minutes now. NC State will have to punt.
Yeah, and you know what? The Bluebirds, honestly, I think Dave Dorn knows he shouldn't be booing because the last thing in the world you want to do is try to go 3rd and 17 and put the ball up top. You want to make NIU go with an 85, 90-yard field after their fine punter who's been a difference maker in this football game.
Noonkester sets up shop at his own 25. He'll kick it left to right. Cam Thompson is back at his own 15 to our right. Noonkester gets a snap. Another nice high spiral. Thompson's going to call for the fair catch and make it at the 17. It's a punt of 43 yards, and that'll take us to a timeout. NIU, though, only down by 7. They'll have the ball with 4:23 left to go in the 4th. You're listening to NIU football on the Constantino Law Firm Husky Sports Network from Van Wagner.
The Boneyard Victor E Collective is the NIL marketplace that connects NIU supporters and local businesses with Husky student athletes, enabling them to capitalize on their name, image, and likeness while competing for NIU businesses. And individuals can engage with NIU athletes through public appearances, social media posts, and more. Go to boneyardvictore.com for more information.
In a world of long wait times, lowered expectations, and increased frustration, the Costantino Law Firm, LLC, remains a fully staffed, full-service law firm serving individuals and small businesses in Northern Illinois. We are committed to the traditional values of service and respect for our clients. We have over 60 years of experience and focus on real estate, civil, criminal, family law, estate planning, probate, DCFS defense, and personal injury matters. We have 3 locations, and we actually answer the phone. Call 815-758-4441 or online at CostantinoLaw.net.
Your radio home for NIU football is 94.9 WDKB.
4:23 left to go in the 4th quarter here. Carter Finley Stadium, Raleigh, North Carolina. North Carolina State leads NIU 24-17, but NIU will have the ball at their own 18-yard line going right to left. Chance to tie it up. Let's go down to the sidelines. Terry Bonadonna.
Hey, guys, I've been standing right behind the offensive bench during that last defensive stand for NIU. Those guys are getting fired up, ready to go out onto the field. Ethan Hampton went to each of his wide receivers, told him he's coming for them. And Brock Lampy, again, the guy who's really getting in guys' faces. He said, let's go win this game.
Appreciate it, Terry. There's a lot of confidence right now on that NIU sidelines. Hearing from Terry talk about Lampy, say, let's go down, let's get this score. And I will bring it up again. I know I'm being premature, but if you go down and score, you maybe go for 2. I know you got to go down first, but there's some things to keep in the back of your mind now with 4:23 to play in the 4th. And again, the Huskies have to go the long way. Right to left, they'll start at their own 18.
Well, you're going to have to, you're basically, depending on the timing of this, you're basically in 4-down territory, not if it was, 30 seconds from now on 4th down, but you can play this game like it's 4-down territory with your play selection.
Huskies break it. Now, each team now still with 3 timeouts, and you get the 2-minute timeout. 2 receivers set to the far side. Hampton in the pistol. Brown behind him. Snap, play action. Hampton looking to throw. He's going to go deep. He's got a receiver way down there. It's intercepted. It's intercepted by NC State at the 30, 35-40. And it's an interception for Devon Marshall of NC State. Interception, Ethan Hampton in the hands of Marshall. The Wolfpack will take it over at their own 33-yard line. So the Huskies tried to go deep on the first play, and it was unsuccessful.
Boy, step for step was Marshall. Play action pass on 1st down. Plenty of time of protection. He was looking for Pipkin deep, and he overthrew Pipkin. Marshall was playing over the top and had actually a pretty easy interception, to be perfectly honest about it. And that kind of takes the wind out of your sails right there. Turnover number 3.
But some timeouts.
Yeah, I was just going to say, and you got to say it again, it's in the hands of the defense to give you one more chance. And how many times can they do it? Actually, the last 2 weeks.
So at the 33, Wolfpack, they'll go left, right, their own 33. Again, Huskies looking to get another stop. Plenty of time. 4:12 to go. Huskies down by 7. Bailey will again be in the gun. as Raphael to his left. Handoff, Raphael. Up the middle, not much there. Haberman was there. Christian hurt Furman, and Furman's hurt. Furman's hurt as Raphael's taken down at the 36, and Furman got hit. It looks like on the forehead.
Furman's hat came off. His helmet is off. And I don't think there might have been some head-to-head contact, to be honest with you.
He came in strong to get that tackle. 2nd and 8 is a gain of 2. 4:05 left, but Christian Furman's being attended to right in front of us, the left side at the 32-yard line, right between the hash marks.
He has been a nice addition to transfer out of Southeast Missouri State.
The injuries piling up.
It's a violent game, and this has been a very physical game here in ACC territory. Good to see him standing up on his own. Yeah, he's up on his own. And that's a bell ringer, I would think.
We had the chance to talk to him on Wednesday inside Husky football. Him and Damon Taylor, Christian Furman coming over. Transfer from SEMO. Just wanted an opportunity to play big-time FBS football. And they're going to take him to the medical tent. So it's 2nd and 8 for the Wolfpack. Left to right. They're at their own 35. 4:05 to go in the fourth. The clock should start.
Now there's a running play. There it is.
24-17 NC State.
When do
you start using timeouts?
He just did. I think he just used his first one there.
No.
Okay, so I hope the play clock doesn't go again. They're going to reset the clock.
Please set the game clock to 4:05 and the play clock to 40 seconds. The game clock will start on my signal.
That's referee Justin Elliott.
And I think if you get a stop here for very little yardage, then you call the timeout, on the 3rd down play, because you got to assume you're going to get the ball back if you make it 3rd and long. That's the way you have to coach this up.
By the way, going back to the last drive, I like the call. I like going for it on the 1st down. Just wasn't able to connect. So it's 2nd and 8. Again, Wolfpack their own 35 after the injury timeout to Christian Furman. Ball's at the far left hash.
It's an agonizing 40 seconds when all you have to do is stand there and let the clock run down.
3.5 to play. 10, 9, 8 on the play clock. Bailey in the pistol. You know they're just going to run it. They do. Handoff. Raphael tries to go to his right. And how about the play from Jelani Williams? Throws him down on the near side, just inside the numbers. Nothing. He may have lost a yard. So it's 3rd and 9 for NC State. Coach Hammock not calling the timeout yet, Mark. He's going to let it go there. Yeah, it's a big 3rd down.
Yes, it is. He knows he's got the 2-minute timeout, but this one's going to go down to about 2:40. The good news is he'll have every timeout left for what would be the last drive of the football game.
3rd and 9 for the Wolfpack going left to right at their own 34. Ball set at the near right hash. Bailey will run to his right, just looking for an opening, gets a couple blocks. He's taken down past the 40, up to the 41, but well short of the 1st down. He's 2 yards short. Timeout, NIU. We'll see what develops now with 2:34 with the stop clock.
Timeout. Northern Illinois, they're first. Please put 2:37 on the game clock. 2:37.
So, defense gets another stop.
Yeah, they did.
30-second timeout.
Do you go ahead and go with your full-out punt block here?
No.
Or do you let him punt it and then have yourself, 2 minutes and 30 seconds, 3 timeouts to try to drive and tie/win the football game?
There's been 6 penalties, but they've been big penalties from NIU. And this is where you just got to have faith in what your offense can do, in my opinion.
Yeah, and what you have here is basically it's a 3-0 ball game. Now, what do I mean by that? 3 turnovers by NIU converted by North Carolina State compared to 0 turnovers, ball security by Dave Doran's team. And if you're just joining us or if you're lamenting the early opportunities with us, 14 points coming directly off NIU turnovers in the first half.
It's 4th and 2 for NC State at their own 41. They're going to punt. Noonkester, who's had a fantastic day punting the ball, gets it off. This one's a line drive spiral. Thompson is going to call for a fair catch and makes it at the 10. So NIU will have to go 90 yards, 2:31 to go. It's a punt of 49 yards.
Huskies will have 2 timeouts, including the 2-minute timeout, but they'll start at their own 10 going right to left.
Boy, he has been a factor with field position, averaging almost 50 yards a punt on the day. 90 yards, 3 timeouts, 231. You have 4 timeouts basically because of the 2-minute timeout. So time is not a factor. You can use the boundary, of course, to get out of bounds, but you don't have to because of that time element. You can throw the ball over the middle of the field, and yes, indeed, you can mix in run if you so wish.
No Rudolph, no Partridge. Huskies come back out. Right to left. 90 yards away. Hampton in the gun. Has Williams to his right. Hampton rolls to his right. Looking to throw, does, and it's incomplete. Yeah, he was bobbling on the far side. It was caught at the 29, but Cam Thompson was bobbling. Well, he was on his backside trying to make the catch. Incomplete. Bring up 2nd down. He was open, too.
Yes, he was.
On the far side, it would have been a nice gainer. It would have been about 20 yards, but Thompson couldn't make the catch. 2nd and 10 again from the Huskies at their own 10. It was a well set up play. Thompson was wide open. Couldn't make the catch on the far side.
Ontario Brown on the boundary, not in on this last series. Is it A because it would be passes, or is there something we don't know about AB?
3 down linemen for NC State. Hampton, shotgun snap, throws. Near side caught. Williams up to the 12. Still in. Clock runs. 2:18, 2:17. It's going to bring up 3rd and long for NIU at their own 12. Huskies will try to get a play before the 2-minute warning. On 3rd and 8. Hampton gets it off. Hampton has time. Hampton looking to throw. Middle field, and it's deflected. Wait, no, caught! Deflected, caught to Gavin Williams. Up at the 25. It was deflected right to Williams between the hash marks. 1st down, NIU. Timeout.
Timeout.
That ball was knocked into the air. Williams stayed with the play on a crossing route. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. A really nice break on the football.
Oh, my goodness.
To knock that ball down by Sean Brown, but he didn't knock it down. The ball popped in the air and right in stride. Gavin Williams moves to 6.
It was deflected, but Williams there at the right time, and we got the 2-minute timeout. Stay with us. NIU up to their own 25, be 1st and 10, right to left, down by 7. NC State 24, Huskies 17 late in the 4th. You're listening to NIU football on the Constantino Law Firm Husky Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. I'm the valet at the game, and I'm as tight on cash as this lot is on space. So I'm going to park your way too big truck in this way too small spot. And if you don't have the right auto insurance, this might leave you crunched for cash. So get Allstate, save money, and get protected from mayhem like me. Who's next?
Savings vary based on coverage selected. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Bar and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Dear football fans, Toyota's roster of all-star vehicles are ready for kickoff. Drive the field in style with a Camry or Corolla. Upgrade your ground game with the versatile RAV4. Or there's Grand Highlander and Tundra, our full-size Defenders. And here's an extra point. All these vehicles come with available all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. Visit Toyota.com or head to your local Toyota dealership. Toyota, let's go places.
NIU football lives here. 94.9 WDKB.
What did you say at Notre Dame if you're at the edge of your seat?
I said, if you're at your seat, you're at the right place.
Well, you're at that place again.
But I said that at the Buffalo game because you're in the right place. If you're at the edge of your seat, you're in the right place because here we go again with the cardiac canines. I think I've been saying that all year, and I think I've been saying that for years with this football team.
1:55 to play in the 4th. NC State 24, NIU 17. Huskies going right to left. It'll be 1st and 10 for NIU. Ball set just inside the near left hash on a big 3rd down conversion just now on a tip that stayed in the air. Gavin Williams catches it, gets a 1st down. NIU's got 2 timeouts. NC State's got 3. Huskies, though, started this drive at their own 10. It is 1st and 10 for NIU. Terry Bonadonna telling us that Ontario Brown looks fine. This is really more of what having Gavin Williams in there on some pass plays.
Yeah, Gavin Williams had been the 3rd down back the last 2 seasons. And what they mean there is, yes, he can catch the ball out of the backfield, but he also is just a little bit better chip blocker, trying to pick up blitzes and helping in pass protection. It's interesting, though, because they put Gavin Williams out in the patterns the last two plays rather than keeping him in max protect blocking.
Another opportunity for Ethan Hampton with some type of drive. 3 receivers set. Thompson in the near side. Demopoulos and McRoy the far. Hampton in the gun on 1st and 10. Barnes in motion, far side. Hampton looking to throw. Far side. It's caught. Up to McRoy. 39-yard line on the slant. Far right hash. Another first down for NIU, a gain of 13. The clock will stop with the movement of the chains, and then it will start again. 147, 146, 1st and 10 for NIU at their own 38. Hampton in the guns, got the snap, has time, looking at his options, throws, and it's incomplete. Tried to throw it to Barnes on a crossing pattern to the near side, incomplete, out of his hands. Stops the clock with 1:37 to play, 2nd and 10, NIU down by 7.
Brandon Cece, who's been a thorn in their side all day, good pass protection once again, as he was one-on-one with Barnes. We would think right now that North Carolina State will stay more zone than man-to-man to try to stay out of a big play, knowing NIU's got to go all the way to the end zone, not just a field goal.
Brandon Cisse is injured, though. He came up hobbling. Cisse, the sophomore from Sumter, South Carolina. So that'll be an injury timeout. So with 1:37 to play, Huskies will have 2nd and 10 at their own 38, going right to left. McElroy has had a nice game.
Yep. Hey, NIU's defense, the last 2 weeks, they've held Buffalo and NC State. Listen to this. This is absurd. 3 out of 26 on 3rd down.
Jeez.
You talk about being able to get off the field. 3 out of 26. That's just a sick, in good sense, defensive number right there.
Andrew McElroy, 2 catches, 55 yards. His longest was 42. Cam Thompson has a touchdown catch. He's got 3 catches. Total yards, NIU 251, NC State 171, Mark.
Yeah.
After Buffalo gave up, they only gave up 180 versus Buffalo. We're back at it.
64 plays to 47. Time of possession, 31 minutes to 27 minutes. Up and down the line.
2nd and 10 for NIU at their own 38. Hampton, shotgun snap. Under pressure, looking to throw, and it's deflected. And then it's picked up. Was it in the air?
Caught by Zernitz, I think.
It is. It is. Did he catch it? Yeah, he caught it. And then timeout NIU, but it's a loss.
Yeah.
Hampton looked to throw, deflected. Zernitz
Rolling
had to
on the
catch
field
it.
is a fumble recovered by the offense. Timeout. Northern Illinois. They're second.
So they're going to
30
call
seconds.
that. You're going to call that a fumble rather than a completed pass.
Clock.
That ball must have hit the ground. Hampton felt some pressure. And yes, he was hit from the backside.
Thank you.
And Zernitz was right around the football, was able to pick it up.
Guess who? Dalvin. Man, again, getting in there, getting the pressure, causing the fumble. But how about Logan Zernitz, right place, right time to pick it up?
Maintain possession. Mark that one down. There's 2 big plays if NIU gets this in the end zone so far. One, Zernitz recovering the fumble on another sack against sack called fumble by North Carolina State against Hampton. And then, of course, the catch by Gavin Williams on 3rd down, which was batted in the air.
3rd and 12 for NIU at their own 38, going right to left. Ball set right between the hash marks. You know it's 4-down territory. Let's see if you can get on 3rd down. Huskies have to get to their own 48 for a first down. Hampton gets the snap, has time. Now it's going to run. Now it's going to fake a throw. Runs up to the 45, 47. 2 yards short of the first down. Clock is running. Coach Hammock not going to call for a timeout. It's 4th and 2 at their own 47. The clock is running, 105, 104. Huskies have 1 timeout left. They're down by 7. Big play. 4th and 1 at their own 47. Huskies spread it out. Timeout, NC State. So you force NC State to make the timeout with 59 seconds left.
Timeout. NC State. Please reset the game clock to 1 minute.
Obviously, their defensive coordinator right there, Tony Gibson, asked Dave Dorn to call that timeout to get set. So they want to get set. But what that did is that allows NIU to make situational substitutions if they so choose and to talk over this play because it was a running clock and it would have been some kind of scramble situation. I don't mean scramble because obviously they practice these situations, but the play would have had to been called the line of scrimmage. Now they have a chance to discuss things.
We'll reset. 1 minute to play. Fourth, and they'll call it 1 for NIU. At their own 47, going right to left. 24-17 NC State with 60 seconds left. Andy Garcia alongside Mark Lindo in the booth. Terry Bonadonna on the sidelines. Big fourth down play. Ball is just past the 46-yard line, the near left hash. On 4th and 1, the Huskies spread it out. 3 receivers to the far side. Williams, the receiver, to the right in the gun. Hampton waits for the snap on 4th and 1. Hampton rolls to his right, throws, and it's caught. Andrew McElroy makes a catch at the 49. Just enough for the first down. And now the clock stops at 56 seconds. Huskies almost to midfield. Clock runs, 54, 53. Ball set at the far right hash. Clock is running. 1st and 10. Hampton gets the snap, has time. Under pressure now rolls to his left. Now it's just going to fake, trying to go up the middle, get some yardage. Does, down to the 41. Took a big hit. It's a gain of 9. The clock continues. 32, 31. And we got an injury from NC State. It's Davin Van. Huskies did not call the timeout, so it's 31 seconds left. Also, Devon Marshall is hurt for NC State.
What a physical game this has been. Hampton had 9 yards on that one. And what you have there because of the 9 yards, no, you don't do it yet. But now you're at least in territory. If there's 5, 6, 7 seconds left, you can get the ball to the end zone. That's the good thing when you've come this deep so far. Right now, you would think you'd have to use the boundary as your friend. Get another pass play to the 30, 25-yard line. Get a couple shots from there.
So it's 2nd and 1 for NIU, down to the Wolfpack 41. 31 seconds left. Huskies down by 7.
Northern Illinois has declined the 10-second runoff due to the defensive injury. The clock will start on the snap.
It's kind of a break. No pun intended. I mean, it's a big break, Mark.
Yeah, you have a chance now to have your play called, and basically they should snap this with it's 31 seconds on the clock. The clock will start on ready to play. So Hampton should be able to snap this ball, have the ball snapped by Zernitz with about 28 seconds to go. You have a second down and a couple feet, so you theoretically are going to get the chains moved on a first down, which stops that. So you got kind of like a free 10 seconds there, so there's probably 2 plays called right here.
Davin Van is up, walking to the near sideline. What a game for Van. Van with 10 tackles. He's got 3.5 tackles for loss in the game.
Yeah, they've been getting NIU behind the chains, especially early in this football game. NIU tried to get to the outside with stretch plays, could not. Huskies have made good adjustments since then.
Marshall also coming off. He's injured. He's coming off. Medical staff will look at him. 31 seconds left.
You got to get to the line here.
No, it's going to start with the snap.
Okay.
So it's 31.
On the injury, that's right.
At the 41, Huskies going right to left. 1 timeout for the Huskies, down by 7. Ball sets right between the hash marks. Hampton's got the snap. 3 defensive linemen come. Hampton throws, and it's incomplete. Far side. Tried an out pattern to McElroy, deflected away. It's 3rd and 1. Good play that time from number 15, T-Mac Cooley, defending McElroy. So it's 3rd and 1 now, 27 seconds left. Huskies at the Wolfpack 41.
Cooley did a good job getting that right hand out. And the decision-making right now for Husky coaching staff is you throw the ball downfield, try to get 8, 10 yards, or you make sure you get the first down first.
No Rudolph, no Partridge.
That's the entire game.
Demopoulos, McElroy, the receivers to the far side. Thompson to the near on 3rd and 1. Hampton, handoff. Williams breaks a tackle right between the hash marks. Inside the 35, first down to the 34, and that will stop the clock with 22 seconds left. Again, Huskies have 1 timeout. The clock is running at 20, 19, 18. Hampton with 34 at field, at the 34-yard line. Hampton throws, middle of the field, deflected, intercepted, deflected, incomplete. The ball was tipped right straight in the air. There were 2 Wolfpack there, and they couldn't handle it. Incomplete. 9 seconds left. Ball at the 34 of the Wolfpack. 2nd and 10.
Cooley had a chance to finish the game right there. That ball was up for a long time. Couldn't finish the deal. Huskies with 9 seconds. You would not have to go to the end zone right now with 1 timeout left. But the thought process might be go ahead and take 2 to the end zone. Take 2 shots.
Huskies at the Wolfpack 34. 9 seconds left, going right to left. 3 receivers, 2 to the near, 1 to the far. Now Barnes in motion to the far side. Timeout, NC State. They want to talk things over again. 9 seconds.
Delay of game.
No. Hold up here.
That doesn't make sense.
No. It's a timeout. Tell us, Justin Elliott.
Correction. Prior to the play clock expiring, timeout, NC State, their second. 30 seconds.
I didn't even see it. They were calling that timeout well before the play clock was running down. Again, 9 seconds. Again, NIU still with 1 timeout. It's 2nd and 10 at the Wolfpack 34. Yeah, at some point, you can throw it to the 10 and get a timeout too, Mark. I mean, you don't have to go the end zone. You can't take a lot of time.
That's right. That only gives you 1 shot instead of 2. See if Pipkin on the field side, far side. He goes 6'2". See what kind of matchup he gets against Bishop Fitzgerald.
You've got McElroy, Thompson, Barnes, Pipkin are your receivers in the huddle. 9 seconds left. NC State up by 7. Huskies 2nd and 10, going right to left at the Wolfpack 34. Ball set at the near left hash. Hampton waiting for the snap. Gets it. Hampton under pressure, has to run now, tries to throw it to the near side. Incomplete to Williams. Hampton just trying to make something happen now, 4 seconds. Hampton was under pressure. Only 3 defensive linemen came in, but they got the pressure. Hampton had to roll out, throw it to Williams near side, not able to handle it. Comes down to 1 play with 4 seconds left at the Wolfpack 34.
This one's got to get to the end zone. So you hope for some kind of jump ball. That's why it was so important to keep the drive alive and get that first down, because you could throw one to the end zone. Somebody's going to have to go high point the football here.
It comes down to this with 4 seconds left in Raleigh. Huskies down by 7, 24-17. Huskies at the Wolfpack 34. 1 play left. And for Coach Hammond, called the timeout.
Timeout. Northern Illinois, their 3rd and final. 30 seconds.
It's a use it or lose it timeout right there. So they have plenty of time to talk over exactly what they want to do. And do you want to do some kind of flea flicker? Do you want to do some kind of hook and ladder? Or do you want to find the best matchup size-wise that you can throw and try to get maybe like a 6'2" Pipkin on a 6-foot safety, what have you? That's what they're going through. Barnes obviously go up and get the football and snatch it out of the air. Those are some different options we're talking about.
So we've got 4 seconds left. The Huskies started this drive with 2:31 to go at their own 10. 4 seconds left. Huskies trying to do it again on the road.
Went down to the wire against Buffalo. Went down to the wire against Notre Dame. Down to the wire in ACC country here at North Carolina State and Raleigh.
Not over yet. 1 more play. Oh, can Grayson Barnes make a catch? Can somebody get up high? McElroy. You've got Pipkin and Thompson to the far side. And timeout, NC State.
Timeout. NC State, their 3rd and final. 30 seconds.
NC State goes what they call quarters defense. And what that means is on this back end, they had 1, 2, 3, 4 defensive backs in different quadrants of the football field, about 15-yard line, so about 20, 25 yards back. And their only job is to not let somebody catch the ball behind them. They'll give up anything in front of them right now and make NIU try to make a play with their feet after the catch.
Now it's just 4 seconds. Ball at the 34. No more timeouts for either team. Huskies come back out. It'll come down to this. And you see again, 3 Wolfpack defenders will go to the goal line, now make it 4, as you talked about, Mark. No one at the line on the defensive line for NC State. Huskies spread it out. 4 seconds left.
from the Wolfpack 34. Hampton has time to throw. He's going to heave it. Near side, end zone, and it's intercepted. Intercepted by NC State, and that's how the game will end. Intercepted
Ruling
by
on the
NC
field is an
State.
interception. The game's over.
And the Wolfpack win, a close one, here at home. 24-17, the final here in Raleigh.
What a great football game it was. NIU fought them tooth and nail, never flinched, didn't give up. Just too many turnovers, and I'm not even counting the last one. That's not on anybody. But the other three hurt badly. Defense played stellar. Ground game won, but turnovers, field position, the storyline of this football game.
Coming up, the post-game show, we'll recap the scoring. We'll hear from head coach Thomas Hammock with Terry Bonadonna. Some team and individual stats. We'll look through the MAC scoreboard, give out some player of the game awards. Then we'll preview UMass. Huskies go back home on Saturday, October 5th. Take on the Minutemen of UMass next Saturday. Huskies fought to the very end. One final play, a heave to the end zone. It didn't happen for the Huskies, and the Wolfpack win by 7 here in Carter Finley Stadium. We'll come back at the post-game show. NC State wins 24-17 over NIU. You're listening to NIU Football on the Constantino Law Firm Husky Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Dear football fans, Toyota's roster of all-star vehicles are ready for kickoff. Drive the field in style with a Camry or Corolla. Upgrade your ground game with the versatile RAV4. Or there's Grand Highlander and Tundra, our full-size Defenders. And here's an extra point. All these vehicles come with available all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. Visit Toyota.com or head to your local Toyota dealership. Toyota, let's go places.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like to check the propane tank on your grill first before hosting a tailgate.
Let's fire up.
Here, let me try.
Seriously? You didn't check the propane?
Who else